What's going on, my friends? We are live. Apologies for being late. Go ahead and blame me, even though it's totally Jordy's fault. Blame Jordy once he gets here. Blame me for now. We are here. Live
Blame
reaction
the
show.
Brit.
It's
Blame
Wrestling
the Brit.
Republic. It's Wrestling Republic. Yeah, blame the Brit. Ben Allison was in here working his magic. It's the middle of the night there, so we'll give him a break. We've, of course, got head of opinions Anthony Ricciardi hanging with me. I pointed the wrong way. It's that way.
Yeah.
He's up there. And then that way is Shoddy, the Tuesday Night Delight. Get your twos up. We're here. Let's go. Oh, look at this. We already got fans in the chat. Markowitz, we getting SmackDown watch parties now. Wow.
Yes, sir, Steve. You gotta have, hey, bro, Josh.
Yes,
you
sir.
You're always welcome to join the watch parties, like on the camera.
Bobby Petito's got his twos up. Yeah, someone send Joshy the link. Join. Set your stuff up, Buckwheat.
Listen, here's the thing. There have only been two people that have overslept the show, and both of them were not American. Kobe
All the Brits
overslept.
They got a sleep. Sounds like they got a melatonin issue.
Overslept the show. I'm just saying, the Americans show up on time.
Speaking of Americans, we have a representation of the Polynesian Islands just absolutely beating the brakes off of Anuso right now. I mean, here's that's
Jobber,
a chair over the net.
That guy.
He just laid out a referee.
I thought that was
Michael
Cedric
Cole
Alexander.
helped us out there. He was like, "Well, he just laid out a referee."
Did you not think that was Cedric Alexander for a second?
I wasn't sure who it was.
I'm not used to the refs with the new shirts now. I thought it was just a jobber security guy.
This could be anything.
I gotta ask you, Clark. What are your thoughts on
Kenny
Cody
from the
Rhodes'
Spirit
outfit
Squad just
today,
got taken out?
All right, so it's a suit. I didn't see the full fit. I can't lie. I'll break it down. Oh yeah, no, he's wearing the vest. Yeah, it's bad as usual. I don't know a grown man that wears more maroon than Cody Rhodes. Unless you play for SC or Alabama, I've never seen that much maroon on an adult male.
We gotta remember who. All right, real question.
Outside of Fatu's dreadlocks,
this is actually a question I'm curious for you to answer. Who is a faker fan? Cody with the Bulldogs or CM Punk with the Bears?
CM Punk with the Bears.
It's Cody by just a skosh. And here's the only reason why. Punk is a legit Chicago guy. He is from Chicago, so I'll give him the Bears. He didn't have to go to the Bears to be a Bears fan.
But
this dude, Cody Rhodes, sits there and reps the Bulldogs as if he attended the university. Then he turns around and walks on the field at Georgia Tech like, well, I'm Mr. Atlanta. Shut up. Pick a school. Athens and Atlanta are two different cities in the state of Georgia.
Crazy.
There are two different cities in the state of Georgia. Pick a school. You can't be a Tech and a Dogs guy.
Here's the thing, though. Punk always references the Blackhawks and the Cubs. You almost never hear him with the Bears. Seth, who's not even from Chicago,
is a diehard Bears guy.
He's a Bears fan.
He's a legit Bears fan. He knows all the players and all that. Yeah.
I think Punk is a legit Bears fan. I think he's also like most of the people that grew up in our era of growing up in the 90s and post the Super Bowl shuffle Bears in Chicago. We're embarrassed to talk about him. It's brutal. You can't have a franchise like that doesn't even function.
Too, as I'm seeing the comments.
Bobby, bear down, Bobby. Bear down.
Bobby, who is your favorite Chicago Bear of all time, Bobby?
Oh, there's only one answer. Dick Butkus.
I don't know, bro.
It's got to be Butkus.
Devin Hester is mine.
Well, Hester is up there for me, but it's Dick Butkus.
Dick Butkus. For me, if I had to pick my favorite, and I don't care about the Chicago Bears at all.
It's the hardest commentary name of all time.
Okay, he said Dick Butkus too.
It is Butkus. I knew it was.
You abbreviated his name a little weird, but it's okay. I respect it.
It's Butkus.
But yeah, I respect it, Bobby. It's cool.
It's either Butkus or it's Ditka.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. It's valid.
Talking about Bears Legends shot is so dangerous on air. It's either Ditka or Butkus. And you can get yourself in trouble there.
For me, I guess my age, obviously being as young as I am in my early 30s, although I'm hitting the middle way sooner than later, But neither here or there. I have a close memories of the Bears when they were pretty much trash like they are now. But I do remember the year they made it to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Colts. And Devin Hester was arguably
Opening kick.
Yeah, a legend, a freaking legend. Thomas Jones was a demon.
TJ was a stud.
He was a demon. Like low key. Rex Grossman sucked. But Thomas Jones Lance Briggs, yeah. Obviously, Brian Urlacher's a punk, but he was also a beast too.
But Lance Briggs.
And of course, Peanut Tillman punching.
Tillman and Vasher on both sides, defensive back?
Nathan Vasher was a beast too. Yeah.
Nathan Vasher, baby. That team was fun. And then why am I blanking on was it Mike Brown, the safety? That was
he was good too, Mike Brown.
Yep.
Since we talk about football, if you could pick an NFL player, and y'all in the comments, please comment too.
Yes.
If you could pick an NFL player to join the wrestling landscape, let's say the WWE, since we're watching SmackDown, who would you pick? Current football player right now.
To be a wrestler?
Yes.
Ooh, shoot. Give me Jameis Winston for 300, Trebek.
Oh, that's a good one.
Give me JMO.
His promo game would be absolutely crazy.
Charts. Give me JMO.
What about you, Anthony?
I don't know. I mean, that's the whole thing, because you got to think about it. It's not just athleticism. You got to think personality-wise. Who can pull this off, too? I don't know.
All of history. Name one football player.
Oh, I don't know, Clark. I mean, you're putting me
the other one,
here.
the real answer for me, if you're going to give me the entire league and everybody all time,
your boy Kelsey could probably make it work, though.
No, dude, it's a Jayhawk. It's a fellow Jayhawk. Former running back for the Washington Commanders, way back in the day, Rock Chalk Jayhawk, John Riggins.
Oh, yeah.
John Riggins would have made the best wrestler ever.
Okay, we're back from commercial break. LA Knight.
Just threw Jacob Fatu out.
Also, nobody's ever answered this question. I don't know if we did this or someone else did, but I love these people over on Twitch. Wrestling Republic is now live, streaming talk shows and podcasts. SmackDown Live, Watchalong, January 10th, 2024. I don't know who these people are, but they keep commenting on all the shows. And if Ben set this up, thank you, Ben. If you didn't, whoever's doing it, I dig this.
So
it's free marketing.
Here's a fun fact. Me and Anthony have watched along every time Chelsea Green has had a match for the USA title so far. Yes. And both matches have been against
1,000.
Mia Yim. Michin. Well, no, okay. What, is she officially Michin now?
I believe so.
I think it's both. I think she's a little bit of both.
Michin. So, she's like, what's the thing where you can write with both hands?
Ambidextrous.
With her name?
Ambidextrous. Right? Yes, she's ambidextrous.
Chelsea Green. That's the one. Here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chelsea Green, as much as she is a clown for blocking me, she's really good at her role. And I find this entire gimmick pretty funny. I'm saying this so Jordy doesn't hear it yet.
So Piper Niven essentially is playing the Melissa McCarthy role. I'm guessing
she
at this point.
That's a great call right there.
Yes.
Piper Niven is so this pairing. I love when random pairings end up working up really well together.
Because I kind of have a feeling they might be close behind the scenes. Would be the guess.
Oh yeah, I would assume so. I'm hoping this is the end of their little rodeo against each other tonight. Because as much as I like Michin and I think she's great, I would like to see Chelsea's title reign get some new breath, new air,
some blood.
She just got it, but they've been feuding prior to it though, bro.
On the dumpster and everything else, but I don't know.
So this is the rubber match. It's 1-1.
Who else are you gonna put her in there with? I mean, at this point, nobody wants to see Natalya.
I mean, oh gosh. I didn't say that. You said that.
Listen, I'm not disputing.
I am thinking the same thing as you, but I didn't say it.
Do you want to see Natalya against Chelsea Green at this point?
No, I don't want to see Natalya in a prominent feud. Look, Natalya is a great person. She does so much for the industry. I like what she did in NXT, but she's got the personality of a Rock, in my opinion. And not the Rock, a Rock, just a Rock.
Like a different Rock than the Rock.
The pet
Yeah.
Rock.
The Headless Horseman Clark is talking right now, by the way.
Sorry, I am coming back. Honestly, it's a long story. I have to.
But yo, how do we feel
Contact
about
lens
her?
again?
Like Chelsea, she gotta like just let go. You know what? She's gotta let go of the Canada moniker and just be American and be the USA champion. We can give her a state to
Honestly,
be from.
I've been thinking the exact same thing, Shad. She's far too Canadian to be successful.
You're saying that for Kobe, aren't you?
Just like Kobe,
Well,
that's what's holding him back.
We don't talk about politics here, but they did to somebody.
Nothing political about Canada. Their cops ride horses.
Oh man.
They're putting
So
their police on horseback.
So we got another rematch. We got Shinsuke and LA Knight, and then we got Motor City Machine Guns
Against the team that refuses to break up for whatever reason.
By the way,
they're probably going to get squashed, but I actually don't mind that as just a random TV match.
I did
So
want to
Motor City
do a
Machine Guns
personal
could get some
shout out
win.
for the guy that went out of his way to make a double chin comment on the length of my Instagram posts in history. I shaved just so you can see all the chins that I have.
He's in the comments right now?
No, not right now. That was yesterday.
That's why I keep
it,
my
though.
beard long so you don't see those.
Nah, dude, I got more chins than a Chinese phone book, but I'm not worried about it.
Jesus.
And this is how we got canceled.
No, we didn't get canceled. That's fair. Everyone knows that.
We've said worse this week.
That's not even bad.
Okay.
Anyways,
Where are you assuming the Chinese don't have phone books? They've got them.
I'm not touching this.
Sorry, I made everyone nervous. I'm nervous. It's a commercial
Does anybody
break.
watch Bravo? It's a television network. How do they
Honest
still?
to God, my dad and sister are obsessed with it. I can't lie to you. Vanderpump Rules, underrated, and Below Deck. A lot more drama you think on those boats than.
But Bobby
right?
Petito,
Like,
you are a kind young man. Thank you, sir.
Bob, you're the man.
Bobby, we got to ask you: do you watch anything on the Bravo network?
Oh, look what the cat just dragged in.
Yep.
Away.
Hi, mate.
Look what the cat just dragged in. Hey, we both shaved.
Talk about
Everyone
clean
shave. I
shave.
shaved. You
Shave
TJ
bros.
Detweiler's in the house.
Respect.
Hey,
It's past TJ Detweiler's bedtime.
Get your behind in the big screen. This is your the guy who runs this show is late to the party. And no, I don't want to hear that. I'm on a different time zone, Mike. No, get on the big screen, buddy. Get me out of here.
Well, listen.
I'm not hosting today.
When did the Ashleys come on, TJ? Oh,
my God. Yeah, no, it's fair enough, lad.
Detweiler?
I deserve it all.
Oh, that's
TJ
outstanding.
Detweiler,
That's
right?
the reference of the year.
Yeah. That's me.
top five
That's
ever
me.
alive. That's
Girl's
one of the
name
great
Spinelli?
all-time quotes of all time.
Yeah, that's what. That's me without the mustache.
I almost spit up, and I'm a grown adult.
I didn't miss much though, eh?
No.
So
you didn't miss
Chelsea,
anything.
you
The
missed
show's
me
just about to
complimenting
start.
Chelsea Green, and now it's kind of done that I won't do that again.
They're about to
Fair
start the
enough.
show now. They haven't even started it yet.
Did they wait for me?
We waited for you a full half an hour.
Yeah,
Okay, all that you've missed is Cody came out, and Heyman came out, and then Kevin Owens and Cody fought, and then the Bloodline 2.0 were beating up on trying to beat up Heyman, and
And
LA
I know
Knight
you're
kicked out
most-
Jacob Fatu, and now we
Big
got the
Jim.
U.S. Women's match right now.
Big Jim showed up, didn't he?
Big Jim got respectfully beat the F up tonight.
Oh man.
To be honest, I think you're being a little disrespectful. It's Big James to you.
Large James.
What is his real name?
James
Josh.
Uso, obviously. Jesse James Uso?
No, Josh is J, isn't it? Joshua Fatu. One of them, I can't remember.
It's got to be James and Joshua.
Yeah, he was Hazard.
They're biblical names.
Are you watching it right now?
Yeah, to be fair, my stream came back at the same time as you guys, so we're all good. Okay. I don't have
fairness.
No, we good. We good.
I don't have special adverts this time though. I actually have adverts, proper adverts.
I'll put you in the host position only because you shaved for this. I could tell you.
So
you
I must
prepared.
ask you, Jordy.
Yeah.
You think it's time for Chelsea Green to give up her Canadian birthright to just be
Citizenship.
American? Should we let her be from Orlando, Florida?
Should she not switch citizenship?
I'm sure she's US. I'm sure she's a US citizen.
Citizenship.
It's not as easy as you think. I thought
that's how I know, because I remember her posting on Instagram about it, saying, "You guys think it's like, oh, I'm married to Matt, so I'm a US citizen." It's like I still had to jump through all kinds of hoops.
I was under the impression you just walked into an office and then you argued a point that you knew was wrong, and they're like, "You're an American."
That's how Clark
but it's actually not the case. You got to like pass a whole. You got to know the presidents and like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights.
Born in
dates.
the USA
you have to memorize
can't
dates.
They can't.
It's hard. You have to wait in lines, not just one, but like multiple lines.
Okay, Meek Chin.
You got to wait in a first line, Jordy, to wait in a second line, and then you get to take the test.
Meek Chin is somebody that really, I got to give her credit. I think she kind of understood the. Okay, never mind. She's doing a twerk now. Anything that I was going to compliment you on kind of got thrown out the window.
Cannonball coming!
Keith Lee, get your woman, bro.
Cannonball coming!
Nah, but she really like she kind of had herself an underrated year last year. A lot of quality matches, both
on NXT and on SmackDown as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Jordy,
like her and Jada Parker, and then her and Chelsea were like two of the better. Like I know it's a dumpster match, but I consider them like hardcore matches, like gimmicky matches like that. Both of them were really good.
Hold up just for 1 second, my friends. I have to ask Jordy a very important question. Jordy, how would you pronounce the name of Chelsea Green's tag team partner? Just say it aloud.
Piper Niven.
Oh, Ben said Pipper today too, right, Jordy?
Yep. Pipper Niven. What is that?
He also
done on the daily today too.
He struggles with Christian as well.
That's got to be a geography thing, though. He can't believe that that's real.
Well, how do you call Christian Cage?
Christian, yeah.
I mean, is
Christian,
it Rowdy,
a
Roddy,
little
Pipper?
bit more like Christian. Like you don't like. Well, Ben is Christian.
To be fair, though, me and Ben have very different
Ben does it
accents.
pretty slick. When Ben does Christian, it doesn't even make me mad. The Pipper makes me mad. Christian, I'm cool with. It's actually kind of slick the way he does it. He's like, Christian Cage, and you're like, ooh, whatever he's about to say is important. It doesn't even matter. He's actually just talking about a guy we know.
I'm going to give a shameless
but I respect that one.
I'm going to give a shameless plug to somebody. The dude, he's a dude on podcaster, Sat E. He's all from the UK. He used to have a NXT review show, and that dude, Zion Quinn, he used to call him Exion Quinn.
Exion Quinn's pretty slick.
They always have me laughing, bro.
Exion. He added an E to the front end of that name.
I gotta be honest, that does sound like a cooler name.
Hey, retains. Chelsea Green. Still
Of course she do. Of course she retains.
Great job.
Pretty clean win.
Rock solid. Captain America.
Okay, never mind. I lied. This feud is continuing now.
She's being grabbed by the foot.
Looks like it.
Melissa McCarthy.
Look at this.
Okay, I do love the fact that she's not unbuttoning the top. That she's keeping that while she's beating her down.
Niven knows.
You don't want to get comfy.
She gets it.
So Piper Niven is somebody that like is is she about to go crazy? Is Mia Meechin?
No, I think she broke her ribs.
Or she got lockjaw. She's grinding her teeth like, yeah.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. She broke her ribs.
Well, that means the feud can't continue.
Well, till she comes back from injury.
I'm good on it, bro. I don't want it to continue.
Well, like the Stones said, you can't always get what you want.
True.
But if you try sometimes, you just might find get what you need. That was pretty good.
I kind of want Pretty Deadly to win the tag team titles.
Kind of want it just for Ben.
I want to see what
never
Ben
mind. I
does
don't want
with
them
that.
to win it anymore. You just ruined it.
He changed
Yeah, I
his
know.
mind. Shaw changed his mind. I actually want to see Ben. I want to see the excitement. Because honestly, it's going to force his hand, and he's going to have to keep it up through the rain. So I just want to see when he comes back.
You know it's not going to be a long reign. They'll
Right?
lose it.
It
They'll
really
lose
forces
it the next
Ben's-
day.
It's like the day Cody turns heel, it forces my hand. It's the same thing if Pretty Deadly gets the tag belts for Ben. Forces his hand. He's got to continue the content. He's got to stick with it through the rain.
Yeah,
I
100%.
actually like Theory's shirt, man.
Hand's been forced. It's actually worst case scenario content wise for us as a brand. Is if Pretty Deadly wins the title and Cody turns heel. That's gonna be a dark day
Go on,
in
Nick, let him
WR
know.
history. It's funny stuff. Former.
How tall are Motor City Machine Guns?
I think
How
she'll
tall
have
aren't they?
5'10", 5'11", something like that.
5, 8, 9, 11.
Flops.
I like Grayson Waller. Oh, Legato. So are they like baby faces now, technically?
What did they change their music?
Yeah, they got
new
Death
ones.
Rebel.
They
Death
don't
Rebel.
look like baby faces.
The opening was nice. Yeah.
It's always a good day when Elektra Lopez blesses our screen.
I mean, listen, when I'm seeing them there, I keep thinking of the American Wolves with the scratches on the chest.
Now, is that a real tattoo?
I went back and
Nah.
it stays on, which is the weird part.
We have to like. I
think it's
today,
a
I might have to like go through weeks. Of
I gotta be
them
honest with you.
See if it
I-
looks different.
I believe it is a tattoo because I thought it was paint the first time around, but it's never. I don't think it's ever changed. So I do think
Okay.
they actually did get tattoos.
Okay.
Odd choice, but yeah.
I don't
I'm
think
not
it's
having
the
it.
worst. Ad wise, they're showing that Jimmy Uso shirt or Jay Uso shirt. Sorry, the Yeet shirt. I
Mhm.
Yeah.
think it's the worst choice. But I've never understood like a dude's face on a t-shirt thing. Like just give me Yeet. Don't give me his whole face. Like I'm not gonna wear that. Like I'm a
Clark,
grown adult man. I'm not gonna wear a t-shirt that
Clark, I
has, like,
think
a giant
it's
face on it.
homage to the old Razor Ramon shirt.
That's
That was his
fair.
whole-
Because I know Razor had
think
that,
that's what it's based
and that's
off.
kind of the vintage style they're doing now. I know they're
Yeah.
bringing back a lot of that 90s stuff where you have like the graphics with the full, but there's something weird to me about like just like another dude
Oh, I would never
being
wear
like
it.
on the
No,
whole
I get you.
t-shirt.
Yes, yes.
I'm like, because I think Yeet's so over. I'm like, if you just have the shades and the silhouette,
Mhm.
okay, now we're talking, right?
Yeah.
I don't
To be
know.
honest, though, even if you're going around with a t-shirt that has Yeet on it on some sunglasses, it doesn't look like it's a wrestling t-shirt from afar. It looks like
True.
some kind of $3 t-shirt
True,
that you've
true.
picked up when you're on holiday.
Yeah, but
Very
you
true.
know,
Obviously,
Very true.
I wore one when I was going around Epcot, and like every now and again, people would just scream Yeet at me from the other side of the park when they'd see me. So it is good fun.
It's yeah.
But Yeet is like a like a Gen Z. Like
Exactly, that's what I mean. So I don't know if people will connect it with wrestling straight away if they don't know about Jey Uso.
I've always liked the shirts that you can't necessarily tell it's a wrestling shirt. Other wrestling fans will pick up on it, but I always like those ones that it's not as blatant.
Yeah, like a little bit more subtle. That's fair.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like less going on. The simplicity,
Yeah.
I think is cool if you can. I understand like there's times where like, you know, more stuff and it works. Like, I mean, the honorary Ooze shirt, there's a lot going on, but I think that's like one of the best ones recently.
I think
I would
they
point
like they
to
give,
WWE
Bloodline
wise.
has good designs and shirts for sure.
They do. But
But
I mean,
the-
even
I
the
think a lot
Sammy
of it is
one, the
because
subtlety of it.
And I mean, I'm a sucker for the red and black color scheme. I just love
true.
that color scheme
too.
so much.
When it's funny because I'm going to KU, University of Kansas. I love blue and red, but like the blue and white stuff, like with the J, now there's more pink involved and whatnot. But I thought it was like really cool out of the gates. And it's funny though, because I think part of me is also like, yeah, I went to college, so I have a lot of blue gear.
Yeah.
And like
Right.
at the same time, also, it's unique because there's not a lot of blue and white wrestling shirts. So it is funny how that works. Like,
well, think about it. Like,
it's like
how many wrestling shirts, in all seriousness, 99% of them are black. Black
so
shirts.
true.
So
true.
you know what I mean? So whenever you have a shirt that's different, it stands out.
Exactly.
I have that.
World, huh?
Boom.
I got the AEW version of the CM Punk.
The ice cream bar one, yeah.
Yeah, I got it. You know where I got it from? I got it from Hot Topic on clearance.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Like for $10.
Nice.
I remember ordering
Well
it
played.
when he came in. I was part of that initial group that was like broke pro wrestling tees when the shirt went up.
Oh, when it went on sale?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. Even though we knew the dirt sheets broke it, that it was gonna happen.
Well,
like
AEW was
that first. And
It's the last time I didn't believe it.
The thing is this: they played onto it so to the nose with like what was it called?
Yep.
The first dance.
First dance.
Yeah,
United Center.
But man, that shit was so amazing, dude. My bad. I didn't mean to curse.
You're fine.
No,
That's stuff. He said stuff.
That's one of those things we never covered on Sold yet. The CM Punk ice cream bar figure, but we should probably do that, Clark.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Problem is they're not giving the bars away anymore.
I know, but the figure has the bar.
I had 2 of them at the Rampage the week after I had 2 ice cream bars, and honestly, they were basically just Klondikes. They were good.
Oh, I like Klondikes.
It's an ice cream bar. No, I like Klondikes too. It's just
remember the wrestling. Remember the wrestling.
Good humor. Cream? Good humor made them.
Yeah.
Those were I used to.
They had the faces.
Yeah. Whoa. Looks like a lot of flies in the ring.
Do you remember Flintstones Push Pops?
Yeah, yes. I love it. Those are classic.
Was there anyone better than the purple one?
I'm culturally don't have a clue what you guys are talking about here.
I used to push the purple one all the way to the top and then just rip the entire thing off like a savage.
Push Pops?
Yeah, the purple one was the best. It was Bam Bam.
But
you like the grape stuff though. See, I was never good at
I love grape. My mom used to have to lock the children's Advil in the medicine cabinet because I loved it. I'd get up there, pour myself a glass.
Clark's initial addiction problem.
Blonde Deadly.
What's that?
Which one is? What is the blonde pretty deadly dude's name?
I think that's Elton, isn't it?
That's Elton Prince, isn't it?
Yeah, Elton.
I don't know what the other one's name is.
Elton Prince and Kit Johnson, right?
Oh yeah. That's
Kit Wilson.
Kit Wilson.
Yeah.
I got it right before Michael Cole.
Okay.
So that's 1-0 Clark over Cole. Remember that, guys.
No, I think they were always Elton and Kit.
We're keeping score at home. It's 1-0 Clark.
I don't know about the last name. The last name may have changed, but the first names I think stayed.
So I must say I think Garza does not. I think the tattoos might be fake because he's wrestling with a shirt on.
Well, he's gonna take his pants off eventually. Isn't that his whole gimmick?
Hey, what? Whoa.
Remember when they were ladies'
pants off and he's wearing shorts under?
Not those. Those are tight.
He's wrestling with his just regular clothes on.
Yeah, why has he just got a t-shirt on?
Oh yeah, those aren't breakaways. It's a shame.
You really wanted to see him without those pants on.
No, I just thought it was a good spot.
Like,
I'm a big fan of basketball.
The ref shirt looks weird again.
I know. I'm not a fan of the gray.
It's got like 2 black stripes down it too. It's weird.
Right in the chin. That was a knee in the mouth.
It looks like a golf polo.
It does.
Told the ref.
And an ugly one, no less, with the banded arm sleeves.
Yeah, a weird stripe down the left as well. Like, it's not even
difficult to swing at, distracting when you.
Yeah, what's wrong with the black and white tops? Come on.
Yeah,
what's worse?
Let them be zebras.
We are big WWE fans, but we can be critical for a second.
Yeah, hashtag free the zebras.
The blue mat or all the symbols on the raw mat?
I prefer the raw one. Weirdly enough,
I do too. Sadly, the blue mat. This blue mat is a lot, bro.
To me, the blue mat looks like a ceremony's taking place.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
I like both. As weird as it sounds, I think I'd almost be more comfortable with the blue mat if it was logoed.
Yeah, it's just
like as
blue.
dumb as that sounds. Sincerely, if it was logoed like the Raw mat, I'd be like, "Oh, cool, it fits SmackDown."
Yeah,
but it's jarring to see not the regular mat and just blank.
Was he not? Was the ref not wearing blue last week as well?
No, he was wearing the gray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was weird.
I mean, listen, I've always been a proponent of the old school mat, which always looked white, but was actually blue, but it was light blue. I prefer that over this.
Yeah, this one's more of like a powder blue, almost like, you know what I mean?
This is darker blue. The other one was a powder one. Because Clark, you saw it on the Cody piece. The piece of the ring mat. Like everyone thinks it's white, but it's really not. It's blue.
It's light blue. I've got that little piece in my.
I know. I said it. Yeah.
A little piece somewhere.
I'm holding it hostage.
Lot, but
I know.
It is what it is. I can't.
It's a hostage. It's a hostage situation. Me and the Cody Rhodes ring mat.
Yes.
But
going on 2 years.
in regards to that is funny actually. You do have that joint hostage.
Just been hanging on to it.
Two of them got bought that day. Only one of them is
I'm like a pawn shop. I'm like a pawn shop of memorabilia.
It ain't mine that he's all
everybody. Finish your relevant thought that I know you're in the middle of.
Do you like what went wrong with Legato on the main roster?
Where do we start?
I was gonna say it's a big door to open that.
Well, they started the faction and then did nothing correct.
I know they changed the members up, but like Santos was so good on NXT, and go ahead.
The reason it failed is because they would not let the LWO stuff go. That's what ultimately I think killed the thing, because by the time he finally got his group back together, no one cared.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Like,
and I don't think they really have not truly gotten behind them. Like they'll get behind them and then they'll stop. The stop-start is ultimately what kills a lot of careers, because at that point, like the audience looks at it and goes, "Well, if you don't care to book them, why the hell should I?"
Way they lost in half their feuds. Like they never built them to be a force that mattered.
Correct.
Santos was just a stepping stone for LA Knight as well.
There's a lot of 50-50 booking
6 weeks.
Because, and I think this is interesting. The art of bringing in the jobber to just
75-25
is lost. There's something special about like I go back to like, and this is a whatever, but AEW with the Jade thing, just having her win that often, like we don't do that anymore. Now we put out these strong teams like the Wyatts and the Final Testament, and we make them wrestle each other tomorrow, so that we can put it on a poster and people get excited for it, and then all of a sudden the Wyatts just lose, and it's like, why am I supposed to be scared in Scream?
Yeah,
the bad guy doesn't get got.
You know what a perfect you know what a perfect example is? The original brand split. They kept Cena and Orton away from each other for the longest time. They were on separate brands. And
Ben Allison go to sleep.
And then you had them go against one another. But that's what you need to do. So you build up somebody like Braun Breaker on one brand and you build up Obafemi on the other, for example. And then you eventually have the clash.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love this comment from Ben. This is awesome. He goes, fun fact, the reason why it's light blue is that when WWE's above ring lighting got brighter, this is such a graphic designer comment to pause in the middle of it, but years ago, the mat looked like it almost glowed for a while. So they used light blue to help it. And then he said, have a good night, lads. I'm finally going to bed. Go to bed, Ben. We love you. But that is an awesome fun fact. Actually, that is really interesting why it was light blue out of the gates. And obviously, you know, with lighting technology, it makes sense that they would change the one. But to your point, Anthony, earlier there, it is, I mean, they're back live, so we should be live reacting to what's happening, I guess, on TV. I'm doing a bad job.
Garza look like
worry.
Garza looks like at the moment, like I've never seen him have his hair out like this, bro. He looks like if Seth
Fabio?
Rollins was like a salsa dancer.
Salsa Seth, dude.
Salsa Seth.
Sean,
Don't get him. Don't start something.
Sean, he does have the tattoo. So
He does have the tattoo.
There's the
myth
pants.
was definitely wrong.
Mark, you happy now?
Oh yeah, you're right, Clark. And yeah,
Told you he was going pants off.
you're right. Top
He's
off, pants off.
Going bottomless.
Ooh,
You said
still didn't
pretty
get the
sure.
dub though.
By the way, I'm such a nice guy. I let y'all convince me I was wrong.
I thought you were.
To be fair though, they did look like tights.
Santos got a good drip game though. He always got the fresh outfits with the daily outfits, not the wrestling gear. But
What do we call I guess the tops that Pretty Deadly wear? Those aren't shirts.
I wouldn't
Sleeves?
sleeves.
Yeah,
I would say they're sleeves.
it's like
not
the
like a-
reverse. It's like the reverse of a vest.
It's not like a bustier, right? Isn't that like that's a
You know, like a
I don't think-
vest is like a sleeveless tee.
that's a dress thing. Is it
You
like
know-
a upper body?
It's like a
bustier?
reverse of a vest. It's got the sleeves, but it doesn't have the shirt.
You almost wonder if like them
Honestly,
and Seth-
maybe
oh my god, that was a
Whoa!
nasty finish.
What was that?
That was a nasty
that was an awesome
finish.
finish.
That was a nasty. Yo,
Woo.
give them the
Hey,
titles now.
Hey, look, they're actually pushing these guys.
no way.
Ben Allison, if you are still here,
That's why we
your
went to bed.
boys are some losers.
All right, Shad, are you agreeing with me? Real tattoo or not? Anybody in
It
the
is
comments,
now.
if you want to comment as well.
I'm not
Somebody
having it.
decide
I
on
don't
the
think it's
tattoo.
real. I think it's a sticker.
A sticker? That's a stretch. It's at least paint.
I
Wouldn't
think it is a
come
real
off,
tattoo.
Though, Clark? It would be
think it
like
is a
Finn
real
Balor's
tattoo.
paint. It would come off.
I mean, it doesn't
you
look
ever
like
heard-
it's smudging.
Have you ever heard Tony Storm say tattoo? She says tattoo. It's cool.
The
Tattoo.
rookie or the timeless one.
Tattoo.
Who are Corey, by the way?
Isn't he supposed to be calling the football game tonight?
Nah, bro.
Car-
I'm glad Joe Tessitore is sticking around. I like him.
I
No,
do
yeah,
too.
I'm not. I've got nothing against Joe. Just feel a bit bad for Corey.
Joe Tessitore is like a very calming voice to listen to.
Yeah,
he
he
does.
is. He is.
Honestly,
I like this pairing because these are probably two of my more favorite commentators in WWE. I like
my
Bad
favorite
and
thing
Chris
about Tessitore is when he calls hockey. He's so good at calling hockey. It's not even funny.
at nights.
He's got such an iconic voice, hasn't he?
So he
Puck
took out.
into the
So
zone.
you know he's gonna lose
So good.
because of a Fatu.
Puck dumped into the zone. He hits puck dumped into the zone as cool as anybody in the game.
Fun fact. This is for Anthony probably too.
Mm.
They showed a memory of it. Eli Drake was the retirement match for Abyss in TNA like
He was?
6-7 years ago. Yeah.
Well,
Hello.
Dun 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 dun.
And now they both work together in WWE because Abyss is a producer.
yeah.
What are we gonna see with LA Knight?
Honestly, that would be kind of fun. Not saying they would do it for the Rumble, but it would be kind of fun if Abyss got a Rumble appearance.
Oh, I would die for that. That'd be
I would
sick.
love it actually.
Come out with like a thumbtack right between his eyes and
They got a couple guys. They got what? Bobby Roode is a producer too.
Rude's there.
He
Um,
would get such a pop just for his theme song.
Glorious.
Petey Williams is there.
Like
Petey Williams.
I would pop just to hear that. Glorious! I would absolutely lose it.
Here's the thing: if they do a Canadian Rumble, you gotta have Petey Williams in there hitting a Canadian Destroyer. Like
Yeah,
you have to.
yeah.
Well, they're not doing a Canadian Rumble for a little while, though, are they? Because
Well, Saudi's getting the
2026
next,
is
Saudi's getting the
announced,
next
so,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
so it'll be 2027 at the earliest.
There's so many people that could pop up even in this year's coming up. In a few weeks. There's free agents out there. There's names speculated, so it could be a lot of interesting stuff. You got Mustafa Ali still floating out there. You got Speedball Mike Bailey technically out there. There's other TNA people mentioned. as possibilities. So it could be.
What do you think? What do you think is on the cards for LA Knight heading into Mania season?
I honestly don't know. I
Me neither.
I don't
I'm worried.
picture him. I don't picture him getting a one-on-one match. If he's in it, it's going to be a multi-man. I honestly think he's going to get dumped into the Andre thing that doesn't matter anything.
No,
I got to be honest with you. I don't.
No.
I just don't. Like, what else are you going to put him in? He's not going to be in a title match.
I know.
I mean, unless
I don't know what to do with him now. I don't know what. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of people I don't know what they're going to do with. In all seriousness.
Well, I am now officially under red alert. There's a Mission Viejo fire, my friends. So I will keep you posted on how long I can stay.
Yeah.
Are you for real?
Yeah. It just like broke out like 20 minutes ago.
Clark is literally going to be that. Clark's literally going to be the meme of the guy in the burning.
We're
building
like
going,
slightly. We're outside the zone, so I think I'm square.
Clark will be. It's fine. Meanwhile, there's flames all
It's
around.
south of us. We're good. It looks ugly on the pictures online, though. Don't look them up.
No, yeah. Thoughts are with everyone. And big up to the
No, same,
firefighters
exactly.
as well.
No, sorry, I'm not even trying to joke about it, but I was genuinely, I was like, ooh, that
That's
text looks
crazy.
important.
No, yeah, man, for sure.
That's
for
an
sure.
emergency alert from the government. That's interesting. Like,
It's crazy.
Why do I feel like when I went out to you, I got some type of alert? I don't even remember what it was because it sensed that I was there. I forget what it was.
I think
That's
you
quick,
did
maybe.
because it was fire season still, so you got the high winds alert. I believe. 'Cause
Okay.
remember, both our phones dinged for it.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Thank you,
right.
Bobby.
Yeah,
No, we're good. We're good here. Trust me, I'm safe on this, and I know what I'm doing. And lived in SoCal for years. I just wish the best for everybody else in the community that's south of me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Thank you. In all seriousness on that. Yeah, no, I just was like, wait, what? Like, didn't expect that.
No, in all
Looking
seriousness,
out for those,
there's
brother.
tons of charities
Yeah.
for all that stuff, and we encourage anybody to donate to that stuff.
Yeah.
We,
no
however,
doubt,
at the
man.
Taylor House are out of guest rooms, so
We
do not call
we
us.
gave you a special shout out on the spotlight this week too, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You can prevent forest fires, Clark. Smokey.
Yes, sir. Smokey. Me and Smokey.
Nah.
Me and Smokey. man.
Does the current generation know who Smokey is?
God, I hope so.
Probably not. We
If
can
they
ask the
don't,
chat to
they're
see.
missing.
Look, we should have a game show between David, Ben, and Kobe, and just give them like.
What, Sean? I think you and I were on it, and Ben did not know who Charlie Brown was. It was me and you, right?
Oh yeah, that was bad. I remember that actually. I've seen the clip of it.
Yes.
You gotta know the
We're
peanuts.
like, what is
That's
wrong with you,
huge.
bro?
That's important. Oh, Daniel Ahmed with McShoddy. Yes,
My
sir.
boy Daniel Ahmed, man, what's good,
Clark,
big dog?
In the building.
I just
speaking
We
of-
should
Speaking
we should
of
do a
one of-
game show as well, like a UK versus US game show.
Speaking
Not
of
Yeah.
like in terms of just like slang words and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
I think we should do War
Oh,
Games.
bro,
US versus
Shinsuke-
UK WR edition.
So
Clark, speaking of
salute,
old
big dog.
cartoon characters like Smokey, remember Scruff McGruff?
I
Oh,
remember
God.
Scruff McGruff.
I literally remember.
I remember Scruff McGruff.
62652. I remember.
If you
the
bust
whole
out
thing.
Corduroy the bear, you've hit all
Scruff
of the,
McGruff.
all of the relevant bears.
Yes, he was a crime dog.
Except Yogi,
he
of
wore a
course.
trench coat.
The
If I remember
backdrop
correctly.
of Shinsuke's Titantron is so cold.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it's
know.
so cool.
But
I just- I'm waiting for the day he finally uses that cape to fly away.
it works with his new character, and I'm not
Defy
mad at it.
gravity.
I hate it.
It definitely has
I
a
want
lot
the
of like,
violins back.
No, I like this current theme. I'll be honest with you. I think it works for him.
Can't stand
it
it.
works very well.
I want the
But
violins.
nothing stops when his SmackDown debut and he had the kid play the actual violin. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
It was so dope. But his last
Let Chad finish though. He's about to make an important point.
Lil
Sorry.
Uzi did rap over that beat, but no, that moment was so fire when the kid was playing the violin. But this works. It definitely works.
I
It
don't
makes
like
him a little bit more intriguing because I ain't gonna lie, I like Shinsuke, but he's been a little cold for a little while now.
It sounds
No.
too tambourine-y. I don't understand the mask.
But
I just remember his original NXT debut, and they had that strobe lights, and you thought there should have been a warning on the screen. This may induce seizure. I just remember that. Just remember that.
I was at Money in the Bank when he came out. It was absolutely electric. Like, it was huge. It was quite early on, but I just remember thinking, "Wow, this is loud." And it was early on in the night, but it's such an easy one to sing along to.
Like Shinsuke, people forget Shinsuke like wrestled Brock Lesnar in Japan.
He did for the New Japan title. Yeah.
IWGP, baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, and you know what? I know people are kind of, hard on Shinsuke in a sense, but like, I think he's weaved his way a pretty good career in the WWE, and I don't think he's been like wasted or a bust.
I feel like he's reinvented himself multiple times, which I don't feel is the same way for Finn Balor. I think Finn Balor has not been able to recapture what he had in NXT.
I don't think they ever booked Shinsuke mysteriously enough to actually reach his full potential. I think
that's
to
part
be
of it.
More mysterious throughout, and we got too many matches too quickly. Like, we got it, and it was like, okay, now we get who he is, and we didn't take time to rebuild him as many times as he's been revamped.
I think as well, like, on that point, this iteration of Shin, he just came back and beat LA Knight. Like, we're like, whoa, what happened? But I think like we could have done with a bit of time seeing Shin go on a run and beating people for a few weeks to looking more of a threat to LA Knight, because when he beat LA Knight on that first time they fought, I was like, whoa, I didn't see that coming.
It felt like an upset.
Yeah, not yet. I kind of was like, he will drop it to Shin, but it was like, wow, that seemed soon. And then like Shin went over and wrestled in Japan, I think, didn't he? And I was like, why are they giving him the US title a week before he's going to go to another promoter? It just felt a bit weird.
The logic with that,
Jordy.
The logic with that is that you wanted him to appear on an international show with the title. Like, that's visually, that is a very cool visual. In all seriousness.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly thought the same thing. Now, I don't know what we do if LA Knight does get the belt back either right now or at some point, maybe the Rumble. But like, LA Knight to me is a person that, like, he's a person that I think could feud with Cody Rhodes given the chance in the main event scene.
I feel like LA Knight was... The crowd was behind him for the chase, but then once he got the belt, I don't know. I don't think the title reign was exactly riveting.
I think it was a lot better than Logan's. I think he got out there. I think he defended it. So I think in that sense, I would say it was probably better.
That's why I said, man, the WWE got to do a little something with the mid card scene. They have a lot of talent in the mid card scene. It just needs to be. Like, I think with the IC title, for instance, I think Braun Breaker is a phenomenal talent, and I'm not saying his reign has been bad, but like, maybe Gunther set the bar so high of a dominant, like, legendary, damn near reign, where it's just like we're kind of keeping our expectations high, but the U.S. title was in a muddy place. No offense to Mr. Social Media Man Logan Paul, but like, he was
all offense, actually.
All offense. But like, stuff like that. But at that point, though, like, it makes you not. I know he can wrestle, but do we consider him like a serious WWE superstar as fans? We don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't look at him as like he's not here every week with us, right? He doesn't like do the groundwork. So the fans, as wrestling fans, we don't have the sentiment, the connection with him as, casuals or people who just watch him for watching him may have, right? But like, is he even really drawing that many people to watch the product when he's champion? Like, I question stuff like that, because I think the WWE's numbers have been the WWE's numbers, whether he's on TV or whether he's not on TV.
No, yeah, I completely agree, man. I think, and the thing is with, especially with LA Knight's reign, I don't know about LA Knight. Maybe he's one of them people that the better opponent you give him, he matches the level of the people that he's against in a sense. I don't know, but I just feel like he wasn't really given that much as a US champ in terms of every good hero needs a good villain, and I don't feel like he had one apart from Shin, and they didn't get a lot of time to tell a story about that, it felt. And yeah,
it's a litmus test on LA Knight because
I loved him with Roman.
He's the champion that's supposed to elevate the opponents.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like going to Carmelo Hayes, for instance, that's a young prospect right off of NXT. Andrade, that's somebody who's been a mid-card guy, and he was out of WWE for a couple years, coming back into the fold. So, like, they were expecting LA Knight to sell us a ticket to the feuds. And, I mean, the crowd reacts to him. He's as over as they want to be. But, like, I look at a guy like him, and I look at a guy like Jey Uso in the same breath. And I even look at a guy like Trick Williams. They're so charismatic, and they're so good as characters, and they've got such that cool factor that you forget that they're just decent to solid workers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I would even say this. I think LA Knight in ring wise is like a little underrated.
I think he's better than people give him credit for.
Yeah,
I think so too. I think every now and again he goes into his bag because he feels like it, and he puts on an absolute show.
Carmelo Hayes, Andrade, those dudes are exceptional workers.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys around that scene, especially on the SmackDown side, when you talk about, like you mentioned, Andrade, Hayes, Knight, are willing to bump around in a way we don't get to see him do often enough.
Yeah.
And that's odd to me. Like, it happens only a few times a year where you get to see it, but they really break out the big stuff. And it's interesting. There's like, not even to sound negative, because I think the product has been great when it comes to SmackDown, especially on the top end of the card.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really interesting to me, like, there are guys there, and women for that matter, in the women's division, that are willing to do more than they've been asked, I would say.
For sure.
I agree with that.
I think sometimes we kind of got to just let them work the kinks out too. Like, not everybody is over as they are in the initial, but that's okay. They, the more we see them and the more we get used to them and how they do stuff, they like you'll figure it out, and it can work out for them.
One of my favorite things LA Knight has done as well in recent kind of, I'm going to say years, but in recent time was albeit small, the feud with Roman. I thought we really got to see a good side of LA Knight. Then, like when Roman came out and his music had barely even finished, and LA Knight just stormed past him. Just the little things like that he wasn't phased, and then Roman got to do the whole "it's your first time, I'll be gentle with you," and like it was just they had a good dynamic. I thought it was really good, and that's in a sense when I'm like, I don't think he got time really to tell that much of a story. He had great matches with people like Carmelo, with Andrade, but it was just like LA Knight's defended his title against Andrade this week. And then it was announced, like on a preview, LA Knight's defended against Carmelo this week. And it's like, we never really got like that kind of slow build up to tell a story. It was always like he was paraded as a fighting champion. I think because of how little Logan defended it, they were almost like, right, let's just get him out there defending it as often as we can. And I think, that's why when Shin beat him so quickly, I was a bit gutted, because I was like, this was an opportunity to really tell a story. And I think both of them have the chops to do it. Mm-hmm. So maybe we will. Maybe this isn't going to be the end. Maybe it'll have a Rumble payoff with a stipulation or something like that. But I just worry because I'm such a big fan of LA Knight. But then I look at the roster and I'm like, wow, where does he fit in right now? Like, it's difficult.
He is a teetering person, because I think he's high mid-card, lower main event, in my opinion. And that's kind of the tough one. And it's the same thing with Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso is high mid-card, low main event scene. Sami Zayn is the same person. I would put them all in that tier. Like, the main event is like Roman, Cody, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, right? And then you got guys at that realm a little bit where, will they get a moment? Possibly. I mean, look at someone like Damian Priest. It worked out for him.
Does LA Knight have a heel turn? Could that be down the
yeah,
I think so. I think so too. And I think, for example, like, I know you're going to say classic Jordy saying this, but if John Cena versus a heel LA Knight interests me as a feud, like a 4-week, like just a short feud, like to see them go off each other on the mic. I just think, yeah, come on, give us a bit of that. Maybe we need to see LA Knight be a heel again, because he never really face turned. The crowd just loved him, and then he had to
forget he got over being a heel versus Bray Wyatt.
Exactly. This is what I mean. It was that same as the like Rhea Ripley effect. It's like she never did a face turn. People just love her that much that the cheers just. Even Tiffy almost falls into that as well. Like.
I told it to Clark on off the air before. It's positionless basketball. Fans like who they like.
Yeah.
They don't care if it's a heel or babyface. Hunter said it last week in the press conference where he said, "I hate to break it to you, kayfabe, like all of that stuff is dead. These are people that you gravitate to. Like if you watch a show, like for instance, me as a kid, I used to watch Dragon Ball Z. My favorite character was always Cell, Frieza. I like the villains. I gravitated to the villains more than I gravitated to a Goku. And even with wrestling, I grew up. My favorite wrestler of all time is Triple H, is Shawn Michaels. Guys who were prominent heels at points when I was watching pro wrestling, right? Like Roman Reigns even is a more recent person, the tribal chief.
I say it all the time, Chad, and you and I have had these discussions so often because you're spot on. It's positionless basketball. It's the modern era. The key is the black and white thinking of it's got to be a heel, it's got to be a face is silly. I like making fun of that as much as anything. That's ridiculous. That's black and white, straight line thinking, and nuance exists in the modern world more than it ever has. So, let's knock that to the side 100%. You and I have talked about this so often. When it's at its finest is when they really get you. When somebody makes me like them a lot or hate them a lot, I'm more interested in the result, period. And like you said, it's positionless. It ebbs and flows. It moves.
Yeah.
Guess who was a heel when I fell in love with this character? Swerve Strickland.
I think why it interests me as well.
There's a billion of them like that. Tony Storm. And I keep naming AEW talent, but it's the same on the WWE side. Roman Reigns. Bad guy.
Yeah.
Like them.
That
right?
is a great.
That looks painful. That
interesting way to.
It's an inverted Boston Crab.
Yeah.
It's a double. It's actually a double heel hook in grappling. This is a serious, painful position.
So, and this
it's a wheelbarrow now.
I do think people underrate LA Knight as a worker in the ring just because he's so good of a talker.
When that's old school British catch wrestling, by the way, for those across the pond, Jordy.
That's true.
If you want to do your grappling homework.
Yeah, you Brit.
That's old school British catch wrestling. That's out of William Regal's playbook.
Shin.
Armbar
that
attempt.
Is an armbar.
Jujikatami.
This has actually been a really good match, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Very popular move by Alberto Del Rio.
And that's a spinning heel kick straight out of the Lucha playbook.
Come on.
Setting up the Kinshasa.
No.
Oh, interesting.
Rolled him.
Oh, that was
it's messy.
BFT.
Headbutt. Okay.
Illegal in boxing, totally illegal in professional wrestling. The headbutt.
They said spinning elbow.
He got him with the chin.
He definitely has bell bottoms on, though.
Oof.
There it is, Kin. Awesome.
Too close to the ropes.
Yeah, I was gonna say he must be.
Not on the hair of his shin.
By the skin of his teeth. By the skin on his teeth, Shotty. I was getting to a broader point earlier, but I actually kind of forgot about it.
It's
Thank you, Shin.
the landscape of but no, I do say this though. Both of these guys are super talented workers, and I think it's been good. I'm curious to see obviously what we have in this match, but
He's going to injure him, maybe. Oh,
ooh,
go on, let him have it. BFT, go on. Pin him,
Oh,
then.
Shin's
doesn't
rolling.
have the power.
Shin's rolling. So he's
Yeah.
getting close to the ropes.
Oh.
what I
Can't
say?
hook the leg.
Yeah, oh, man.
Shenanigans.
Well, he did push Jacob Fatu outside.
It's the other in line
Oh.
with the Bloods.
Hey, you know you can't keep him out of the building.
So I do think that a triple threat between Fatu,
I'm in no
Shinsuke, and
position.
Knight.
I'm in no
That
position
moves
to
me.
weight shame anybody, but is it just me, or is Jacob Fatu somehow 20 pounds heavier than the last time I saw him?
He does look bigger in black.
Yeah.
Even going to Orton's guy?
Uh,
Sorry. Am I allowed to say that?
Listen, he looks like a very angry
You
Santa.
keep making that joke, man.
Has he been going to Dr. Orton? Hey, Randy, where are you getting those needles at?
Uh-oh.
All right, Clark, you are suspended, bro.
He's on the cream and the clear, though. You can tell.
Shit.
Ask Barry Bonds
Oh,
about that
jeez.
stuff.
Where's
Oh,
Tonga
Jacob
Lower?
Fatu as United States champ moves me though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I couldn't agree more. Especially at somehow up from 280 to 300 pounds.
Yeah, I mean he
looks gigantic. What happened?
what
It's
happened
been
over
2
Christmas
weeks
break?
since I've seen him
Yeah.
publicly. What did he do in the 2 weeks?
He eating good. Okay, Cody is back.
Yeah, let him know.
That has to be
Cody's-
all porterhouse's shot.
Cody's back and he's ready to wrestle.
He's eating them off the
Three
bone.
things in life:
Oh,
death,
super kick.
taxes, and Cody Rhodes being tied to the bloodline.
Cody Rhodes
Well,
hitting
he's
a
such
super kick.
narcissist, He can't not be in the biggest storyline. That's self-obsessed
My man,
savage.
Jimbo.
This guy
Yeah,
loves
go on,
himself
Big
more than
James.
anybody.
Well, listen.
Oh,
he's
easy
gotta
with
be
the
there 'cause
chairs,
Roman's
bro. They're
there.
not cheap.
Yeah, those people gotta like take those home. They pay for. them.
Yeah, they said VIP on them.
VIP.
Come on.
Are we having like 80 tag matches tonight?
Look at Cody.
So
Y'all
we're having
fired up.
3 tag matches tonight.
Yes,
You're
Nick,
gonna be
that's what he
tagging.
said. He said tonight.
Tonight.
Is that
This
person
night.
cosplaying
Not
or
another
somebody?
night.
Is
This
that
one.
Batman?
That is Batman.
Why is that kid dressed up as Batman? I like it. Look at that. That's Jordy. That's like an Asian version of Jordy over there with the John Cena. I can say that, guys. I'm Asian. My bad, yo.
You got me with Detweiler, and you had to go and do that.
Jimmy out here
Yo,
looking like kind of like Roman.
Ben will never let me do one of these again.
Ah, man, don't you worry.
He's sleeping. Don't worry about it.
Oh, man.
Anything goes. Is it Tiffy time soon now, maybe?
I'm gonna join Detweiler with the backwards hat crew. I'll go Detweiler too. I'm in. Just for my friend Jordy on this one.
It's Tiffy time, everyone.
Oh, it is Tiffy time. Yeah, that's why I got my rally cap on.
Yeah, my wife yelled at me. She said, "You celebrating a little too much for Tiffany Stratton winning the title."
What happened? Did you
I'm
buy the
sorry.
jacket?
You're like, we're married.
Nah, bro.
You got a
the
bottle of
jacket- I saw
champagne
it came
out.
up on my ad. It was like $300. What the heck?
That's what
I
those
have a
jackets
child
go
coming
for.
into the world
Wait,
next month. I
You
can't
saw what the
spend
Princess
300 on a.
Sean, you saw what the Princess Di Eagles one was going for. It was like $400 retail.
Yeah.
Shot's
It's
sitting there.
crazy.
He's
By
like,
the way,
honey.
speaking of the Philadelphia Eagles, Shady McCoy made me want to run through a dang wall with that promo video today.
Slim Shades. Yeah, he was
Um,
on one.
We had the DMX song. We're hunting. I can't wait to beat the living hell out of the Packers on Sunday at 4:00.
Well, I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, because a team that has a fan base that wears cheese on their head deserve nothing good.
Well, you know it's gonna happen. Like every time we play them, somebody's gonna wear a Philadelphia cream cheese hat to viral rival those.
To go viral.
Yes.
You guys have the real cheese.
Yeah.
The good kind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man.
You're gonna have to come down to Kansas City for some barbecue though if you're gonna see us in February, boys. Whoops.
Oh, we're gonna try that again, are we?
You don't want that rematch, do you?
It might be a rematch. I could see it being a rematch.
I will take my boy Patty and Travis and what I'm hoping for, and I hope you guys are hoping for the same thing. Right when we win that next ring, Travis unveils the real ring for T-Swift, Ultimate Confetti.
Oh, you mean
that's the big one?
You mean the story that the
Chiefs 2-0.
The conspiracy continues.
Make an album about it, isn't she, Jordy?
Oh yeah, the whole album.
Yeah, that's what she'll do.
She only does albums if she.
No, I'm not a fan. I respect her. She's got
I'm not a fan. I'm just. Not a fan.
She's got a couple of tunes, but I wouldn't be in any rush to go. I think she's crazy. How many people like queue outside stadiums to just listen to her because they've not got a ticket? Like it's.
And she made wristbands cool.
Insane. I've never seen anything like that before.
She made beaded wristbands cool. I mean, that's hard to do.
Yeah. So big up.
Like $7 to make a beaded wristband.
We've got a lot of time for her.
They're handing them out at every concert.
That is true.
There's like hundreds of dollars of beads being passed around.
I feel like they should do something with Pretty Deadly.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars of beads.
What? Taylor Swift and Pretty Deadly?
Yeah. I feel like that works aesthetically.
I'm sure if she wanted to do that and said WWE, I want to work with Pretty Deadly, they would say, yeah, sure.
I'm calling it right now. Ben, clip this. In the Super Bowl, it's Chiefs, Eagles 2. We're going to run corn dog the same way we did the first time. To Kelsey. Right in that short corner of the end zone for the win. He scores a touchdown, one knee. He's got the ring in his cleats.
Bro, it makes me so sad.
Proposal, and then we get a Netflix series immediately following Raw, leading to the wedding. T. Kelson and Tay Swift.
Dude, they're really coming to DC the day my son is due.
The day after Valentine's Day?
Well, tell your wife just to either hurry up or delay it.
Nah, bro.
That's how it works, right?
It don't work like that.
I'm kidding, Sean.
Clark's like, schedule C-section, it'll be fine.
Like, go premature. See if that's cool.
Now, fun fact about that venue, it is in Southeast DC, and it is in the hood.
Yeah, that is a deterring factor.
But it should be a fun show, though. I'm sad. I do want to see. I'm pretty sure we'll probably get Stephanie Vaquer versus Fallon Henley, and Vaquer will win the title.
I think you're focusing on the wrong part of the shot. You got to figure out the cable situation in the delivery room.
Yeah,
get ahead of this.
Well, why do I have a feeling like all shots favorites will be like main eventing? Tiffany Stratton will come in for a one night only.
On the wrong
It'll be all shots like number one.
You got to figure out.
If Tatum Paxley's on the show, I might cry for real.
No.
All Sean's favorites will be on the show.
I know. Bianca and Jade will be defending the tag titles.
If anything,
I've seen Bianca wrestle live. I'm good on that.
If you get SmackDown streamed during the delivery, that's encouraging. If anything.
You want him to do a live reaction from the room?
No, just be able to watch it.
I will not be watching wrestling that week.
Cash in.
Oh,
there's got to be a TV in the delivery room, though, Shad. They should be able to help you out with that.
Ooh.
Clark,
this is a very good cash in, by the way.
My dad got a pizza delivered to the delivery room when my mom gave birth to me.
I am sure.
Bro's got to eat.
I am sure.
Dog's got to eat, man. Dog's got to eat.
I'm sure Shad has seen this. Clark, you may
have.
I
was a C-section, too. I was getting cut out of there.
Speaking of that, the Jason Kelsey documentary that they did last year.
Was it good?
Oh, you didn't say it?
So, I actually have not seen it yet.
Have us in this commercial, huh?
So they
got these like live reactions.
Yeah, I saw that. A couple.
Eventually they'll get us.
Just two. Just Wheezy. and thingy.
Shout outs to Wheezy.
They had Xenia or whatever at one point earlier.
Why she gotta do that?
I feel like she didn't need to do that to Bianca, really. Yeah, she did.
Oh, come on. We're cooler than that guy.
But we don't think we were streaming. We weren't streaming last week, were we?
No, she didn't. See, I can do it too.
That was you, Jordy.
Yeah, it was me.
That could.
Was that
me.
Caleb Presley?
It looked like Matt Riddle.
Look like Don without the mustache.
No, wait, was that Shawn Michaels?
Who is that? Was that Damian Priest?
See, this is why we react, boys. Next time it'll be us.
It'll be us.
That was Damian Priest for sure.
The whole dang show.
Oh, Tippy.
Look at her.
I thought it was happening now.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, I did as well.
No, that was a replay.
Oh, I want it now.
They did that last time.
Raise your fists.
This
Motor City.
song, this raise your fist thing, bro.
I do like
I
the
just
pyro.
don't
The
like,
pyro is kind of cool.
I do
The
like
way
the
they did
pyro.
it.
I just don't like. I like the entrance. I don't like the raise your fist thing.
I don't like it when theme songs and entrance songs tell me what to do.
Yo, I don't.
Yeah, I don't want to be
like
told what
that.
to do.
like, I hate like instructional dance music a lot.
I also think Detroit Pizza is massively overrated and just a made-up new thing.
But I do like the Motor City Machine.
They like needed a style.
I want
Like,
I want
that's
something
not
like that
that's not a
to
thing.
come around. I like organically. I don't want it to be like shouted at the start of a song to like encourage.
Make
Hey,
me do it.
everyone, raise your
Man,
fist.
he's doing finger
Yeah,
guns. He's
everyone
not
do
even
it.
raising his fist.
Everyone do the
Hey,
thing.
hey, hey,
Look at
hey,
them.
you
They're
can't do
shooting
that,
air
buddy.
guns. They're shooting
Remember-
air guns. They're not even raising their fist.
It's like imagine if when Roman's music hit, everyone went.
Okay.
Everyone, one's up. One's up.
All those
One's
football
up.
players get in trouble for shooting air guns and the touchdowns. How come he can't get in trouble for that?
It was a water gun, and it was an
Yeah,
air
I don't know
water
if
gun.
you saw, but Alex Shelley just shot like half the crowd.
Yeah, he
With an air gun.
literally.
Rat-a-tat-tat.
But it's funny.
Really? That's what got you.
That's gold. Rat-tat-tat.
So yeah, we're not fans of the Motor City Machine Guns theme song. Then is the general
I'm fine with
consensus?
I think it's lame.
Do you
Goofier
like
than a football bat.
Anthony likes being told what to
No,
do
no,
by
because
no,
their
no.
old
Listen,
song was so
listen,
good in
they're-
TNA.
Their TNA song would be the perfect one to do, but as a whole, considering the music that they've been making, it's probably one of the better ones of the recent crap that they've made and put out.
Sure.
Look, man.
Yeah,
Salute to our good buddy Kobe, who is the only person that likes Def Rebel in the world.
Galanzowski.
Yeah.
Kobe Gal.
Kobe
Zowski.
listens to wrestling.
Kobe
music.
G.
I said his
He
last
listens
name
to
wrong
the
one time
radio.
on air, and I think he got he corrected me. I was like, oh shoot, I feel bad.
Galanzowski. It's what is his name again?
Galanzowski.
Danilo Gallinari, right?
Yeah, I believe it's Gallinari. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's
so.
Gallinari.
Yeah.
This is
Danilo
I'm
Gallinari.
calling him Kobe G for now.
Yeah, Kobe G. I like
I
that.
call him the Mountie.
But
Nice.
he likes Def Rebel's music.
Oh, he's obsessed with it. He loves it. It's all he
Yeah.
listens to.
Anytime I say DIY song, their old song is trash. He's like, it ain't that bad.
No, he's obsessed with it.
No, look,
He only
Co-
gets fired up for rock music. Maybe the goofiest thing he's ever said in public.
listen, he gets defensive about certain things, as we know in the private chat, where there's certain favorites of Kobe's. So, you know.
But then you
By
got
the
Jordy
way-
over here who's also a big fan of I'm just joking.
What?
You
What was
big
Johnny a
fan
big
of
fan
I'm
of?
like, what you gonna say?
What?
No,
Hey,
he's
as long
out
as we
here-
leave the mouse out of it, I can get all
We
right. I
leave the
can-
mouse
He's out here
out of it,
bouncing
bro.
around to "My Time Is Now," and then I would imagine he'll hit like
I ain't gonna lie to you, like
you from the Jungle Book.
John
And then
Cena
maybe
has some
he
bars
hits,
in
like,
He's pulling out the Negan bat.
What else do you hit? I'm trying to think of your favorite Disney songs. I think I Want to Be Like You. Jungle Book's a good one.
That's up there.
I want to
Listen,
walk
if there was
like
a-
you, talk like
If there's
you.
a thumbnail for this episode,
Eye to
it's
Eye
gonna
is
be
the
Jordy
best
holding the
Disney
bat.
song of all time.
That's gonna be the thumbnail. Just
What
Jordy
else?
holding the bat.
No. Give me more good Disney songs. What?
Right, Friend
Eye
Like
to
Me
Eye
from
the
Aladdin.
Goofy movie, bro.
That's-
Tevin Campbell.
that's
Tevin
that's
Campbell
extreme, but
cooked
respect.
heavy.
Shad's got it. That is one of the best.
Tevin
When we
Campbell
listen
went
to
crazy.
each other. Yeah. That's up there. Go the Distance from Hercules is one of the greats.
I mean, that's no joke, OG Loke. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Circle
You
of
just
life.
don't like Goofy movie.
What else you got?
Is it 2 songs from Goofy Movie? There's Eye to Eye, and then there's another one.
Eye to Eye and
There's some good stuff in Emperor's New Groove, but
Oh.
I'm just trying to remember off the tracks off the top of my head.
Cusco.
That one's solid. That's rock solid. You can jam to that one.
That sung by Tom Jones sings that. He's the theme song guy at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone, number one is
stand
Jungle Book.
out,
I love
stand
I
out
Wanna
on
Walk
a
Like
Goofy
You, I Wanna
movie.
Talk Like You, but
Stand out.
yeah, that's good. But Bare
Yeah.
Necessities is my all-time Disney fave. That's number one for me.
I would think Hakuna Matata would be, or you.
Yeah, that's
no
up there.
worries.
Oh, that's
I
a
was
classic.
so my dad took me to my very first movie when I was a kid, and I was on like a business trip with him in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So like we're out of town. I'm already freaked out about like what are these flying devices? It
Yeah.
turns out they were airplanes, and so like I end up being airborne.
Yeah.
Like everything's new to me. He takes me in there. I'm like, I don't like this Scar guy. I don't like anything about this. Who are these people reacting? How do I know that the cartoon land's not in the theater? Like, get me out of here. You know, I was like 3 years old, right? I'm sitting there like, he killed Mufasa. That was like the one guy I liked. This
Yeah.
Simba guy seems like a total wuss. Mufasa is a cool one. And
No,
they kill him
James
out
Earl
of the
Jones.
gate.
How could you not?
And so whatever, I'm like, get me out of here. So we dipped like 45 minutes into the film, and got Chinese food. It was the first time I ever had Chinese food, and I've liked Chinese food ever since. I will say that. So that was a huge positive about me seeing The Lion King. I've been a diehard Chinese food guy
I think
since then. But as far as the songs are concerned, it's Bare Necessities' Jungle Book because that was the second attempt to get me in a theater, and I was in there just jamming.
The funny part
The
is
bare
that
necessities of like they'll come to you.
Yeah, oh yeah. I was ready to rock and roll for that one. We didn't need
It's that
any
scene when they're
Chinese
dancing
food.
around.
I was able to-
Yeah.
I was able to watch the entire film. We got Chinese food after the conclusion, unlike The Lion King.
the Jungle Book came out
bar
way
in my
before the
first
Lion
battle.
King, though.
It did. We went to a
Nice shot.
small theater
I
in Chicago to
appreciate
see it, Ant. Is the
Okay,
best part.
gotcha.
Went to like a little theater, like a kid's one. It's me and like
Gotcha.
18
All
other
right.
kids in there, like the bare necessities. I'm goobing out like it's the greatest day of my life. And guess what I got after? Chinese food. You
Every
guessed
time.
it. Every time.
So is that every time you see a Disney movie, it's Chinese food after?
I only
Some
got
of the
to see, like,
time I get
4 as a
Chinese
kid
food
until-
every time.
As a kid, until my dad was like, "We're not doing this whole Saturday morning cartoons thing anymore. We watch sports. We're adults." I was like,
Nah.
well, that's
We
my
watch
fault.
cartoon
My fault
sports.
for trying.
Ooh.
I was like, "So what's going on College Game Day then, Dad?"
Okay, we got
He's got a Jolly Roger on his butt. He's a pirate.
It's so true, by the way.
I noticed that too.
Actually, there's way too much truth in all of that.
Another
I'm
tattoo.
I will say this. I have to give Grayson Waller some credit. He unbaggied his shorts. He's got shorts that are not super
The
baggy
boxing
anymore.
shorts now, which is actually brilliant. No, to your
Yeah.
credit, it's funny because he was wearing like old school boxing shorts that were like baggy and like
Yeah,
He was
Ali.
like Floyd Mayweather in 2005.
well, Floyd was just trying to. He's looking for more cloth for sponsors. That's a different animal. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
he had Hublot for $1.5 million.
These ones are huge, bro. Ooh.
Except for my favorite thing ever is when he did the
I do
return-
like Grayson Waller's theme song though.
By the way, in defense of Floyd Mayweather,
Yeah, I
my
do.
favorite Floyd fight ever is when he returned against Marquez. When he returned against Marquez and everyone said he did it for money, he came out in generic red, white, and blue trunks on Mexican Independence Day to no entrance music as proof that he wasn't doing it for money and did it with no sponsors. You go back and watch the fight.
I want some shorts for when I go to Florida in summer. I'll see if I can get them up on my phone and show you.
Do Slam Magazine and buy the Kansas 88 National Championship shorts. They're dope. They're on sale right now.
Okay.
I reckon. So
Waller's a really tall.
They're a famous pair of shorts. See if any of you can guess what they are.
You bought a pair of shorts?
No, but I'm gonna get them for when I go to Florida. It's an iconic pair of shorts. There's not that many iconic pairs of shorts from a film.
It's a Disney film?
No.
Rocky?
Patrick Star? Is that it?
You're getting
Apollo.
Yeah.
Apollo shorts.
Yeah, man.
Apollo.
$65.
I love that.
And you know what's so funny? You can order basically everything from Roosevelt's to the UK, but for some reason you can't order them shorts to the UK. They're like, nah, they ain't leaving the States, bro. They stay here. So if you want to wear them, you come here.
That's funny. Ooh. Theory with the punch.
Ooh, good night.
Okay. Oh.
He looks like he's wearing like soccer, like football shoes.
Yeah, Grayson Waller, man, that guy is a talented dude, in my opinion.
Me too. Yeah, I agree.
He's
I wanted him and LA Knight to. That was a feud I wanted to see LA Knight have on the main roster, was them two, because I think it would have been beneficial for both of them. But we didn't get it. Alas.
Also, Grayson Waller.
We didn't get it. Alas.
What are we gonna do? You know, can't dwell, can we?
Everybody.
Not anymore. But I did when just when he was champion. I wanted a good feud rather than like just throwaway matches. But I'm not booking it.
Yeah. Well.
But if you were, you wouldn't have done it that way.
If I was, it'd be John Cena would be wrestling 4 times tonight. I'd be like, you know, Space Jam when he wants to like get Michael Jordan, tie him up to play one-on-one matches for the rest of his life as an attraction at his theme park.
Wherever that apartment complex is in Philadelphia that they just advertised on the stream that we're watching via Anthony.
Yeah,
I've never seen a place that has that many pools. They had like 7 pools next to each other. You should have seen the picture.
Who needs that many pools?
Or 3 lanes of lap pools. And they clearly had like a quiet adult pool. Then they looked like what they had was like a whirlpool. And it was all, they had like a drone shot of it. Like I would move there if somebody paid for it.
I want to move to America. Anyone watching want to sponsor my visa?
Do it.
Just me, my wife, and my dog.
I'll go in with you on the citizenship test and vouch for you. I'll be like, this kid's an American.
Yeah, I think
all you have to do. I was under the impression all you had to do was you have to have an argument where you know you're wrong, but you refuse to argue anything else.
Who was it who didn't even think I knew? Who was it that didn't know I was from the UK? Not that long ago, we were talking in the chat about something.
There's no way you could tell by.
It was Carter. It was Carter. It was.
Yeah.
It was Carter because we were talking. I was talking about football, as in like soccer, and obviously quite knowledgeable on it because I've been a fan for nearly 30 years now. And he was like, "How do you know so much?" I was like, "What do you mean, bro? Like, I support Newcastle and always have done." And he was like, "Oh, right, I didn't realise." God, what do you mean? Like, it's a running theme how much I talk about how much I want to live in America and how much I feel like I should live in America. Like, not a day goes by probably where I don't mention it.
Carter just thought you had like a weird speech thing with the accent.
That's just from talking to
that
Ben.
is
Like he just
He
sounds
picked up
funky.
the accent from talking to Ben.
He just sounds funky. He probably picked it up from the coworkers.
Everybody, what's his name? The dude on the
Jordy.
comments always calls you everybody British Clark.
Yeah, I'm Northern British Clark now. He should just call me English Clark, and then Ben can be Welsh Clark.
People thought Ben was Scottish 2 years ago. You should have seen that.
People often think I'm Scottish when they hear me, and I'm like, no, you don't know what's soul Scottish. That's what Scottish people sound like.
People think I'm Scottish too.
Clark, wasn't that the thing? One of the
People
sites
think
that
I'm from
claimed
Bangladesh.
that we were a Scottish-owned website or something like that.
No, that's the Wrestling Inc. reported something that we said as Scottish-based website.
Yes.
Wrestling Republic.
Yeah.
In their article is
Yes.
the best part. They like legit. Like that was the first sentence. He was like, "Well,
I
that's
do
close."
like this new results thing that they have.
Oh,
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's nice. Sometimes I forget who won, so I need to know who won.
Sometimes I forgot who won.
Yeah, remind me of the winners. That was no contest.
Yes.
It's like when you
Like
you
they
turn
never
on a
wrestled
game you've
Shawn.
not been
I feel
on.
like they had a
Yeah,
Yeah, but
contest.
here's the problem with that. They did not attack Shinsuke. They went after LA Knight. So shouldn't LA Knight have won by DQ?
DQ,
Yeah, but he doesn't win the title,
Look, you're
does
right.
he?
They got that wrong.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
LA Knight by DQ.
Yes.
Champion retains.
Yep.
Yeah, no
Not
contest.
no contest.
It's ridiculous. Ari Emanuel probably made the graphic himself. He's an MMA guy.
What was Alex Shelley doing then?
I don't know.
Like he was having a fit.
I think Alex Shelley is just happy to be here, bro.
Good.
Utilizing the jab.
I'm happy for people to be happy. Hey, yo, there's someone wearing the normal ref t-shirt in the crowd. Come
Love
on,
that.
get it off. Give it to the ref.
Yeah, be careful though.
It's not the guy you hate, Clark.
I
can't
really
comment
hope.
on-
I really
Whoa,
hope that we get a.
on that.
I hope we get a ref knockdown, and then he has to jump in.
It might actually be that guy.
It's not that guy. He's only in the Chicago, Illinois area.
No, he
We're in
goes to the
Oregon.
Milwaukee shows too. He's gonna be at the Rumble.
Well, yeah, but it's not in Oregon.
Not a fan of mine.
Is his shorts ripped, or are they meant to look like that?
No, they're meant to look like that.
It's got a slit in the side, yeah.
Taylor made a
Amazing.
mistake.
I don't like them.
No.
Hey, you're not allowed to look at the camera.
They're
What's with the
better than
fit?
George.
Don't break the fourth wall.
How do you even know it's there?
Do that. Classic.
Hi guys.
Ooh.
1,
Fuck,
2.
How
Watch
crazy is it? How
NXT
crazy is it?
tomorrow,
Like
bro.
when CM Punk did that, and it's such a little thing.
Honestly, bro, we
Everyone's
should
like-
do a we
Him
should
did it too
re-air
bad.
off the air tomorrow night.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
If they're gonna re-air, then we should do the due diligence and re-air our show again tomorrow night.
Wait, they're gonna play.
Yeah,
gonna
they're doing it again.
replay,
Yeah,
They're gonna re-show it.
Yeah,
yeah.
CW
running it back.
CW said, "Man, that got us 900,000 views. We could at least get 400,000 on a Saturday night instead of whatever we was going to show."
Yeah, I'm genuinely thinking that it is a chance. I think they must be near. I
we
think they're near breaking a record or something with it, and they're like, show it again, push it over the
We
edge.
should legitimately record a new 1-minute re-intro, and then just replay the shit.
Drop it and leave it
Be
in.
the funniest thing of all time.
That would
Just
be pretty
screen
funny.
Try
share.
to
Just go live, but watch it on YouTube full screen
If
and just
you're
screen share
currently
it.
viewing this show and we do this, don't live comment. It's
I will
not
try
really live.
to recite the exact same rock rant that I went on.
No, just see if anyone notices. Just re-release the exact same video. Ben, if you don't do this and you're listening right now, because I know you don't sleep, you just
Yeah.
wait.
I can clip it. I can clip this
forgot
up
we
if you want me
didn't mention
to.
that on the weekend preview this week.
Boom.
Yeah, boom.
NXT's
Yeah, no, Ben,
happening on Saturday.
If NXT is replaying their show, we are reposting off the air. We'll do
I
a
might
new
watch it,
custom
bro. I
1 minute
wanna see,
intro and we're reposting it. That's the only
No,
wanna
thing.
see the
you
Rock's
don't
promo
even
again.
do it. You just repost it with the title going replay of off
Just
the air.
in parentheses in the
Yes.
title.
If they can do it, we can do it. That's the title.
No, we're replaying it. I want to see if we can get more views the second try.
See what the fans.
I'm super curious. See if the fans show up round 2.
I mean, if CW does this every Saturday, we don't have to do off the air on Tuesday nights anymore.
We're doing it Saturday night.
They're only doing it this way.
We're doing it prime
Hey,
time.
bro. That was insane.
Yeah, that was good.
That was
That was
so
really
clean.
good.
So many people steal their moves from these dudes from the
yeah.
modern day
Tag
team.
wise, it's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's silly. Skull and bones.
That was clean too.
Yeah, they're legit.
Hey, everyone, raise your fists.
It's the skull and bones. Don't ask George Bush about it.
That dude was like, "Yeah, honey, see, those are the more."
This and the DIY theme song both remind me of like 90s Power Rangers theme songs. Do you know what I mean? Like Power Rangers in space, Power Rangers Delta Force. Like they're all iterations of Power Rangers theme songs.
That was a clean finish. It'll give Austin Theory credit. He is good at making other people look good.
He is. He can sell a move as well as anybody else in this business. Like when Kevin hits him with a stunner and he jumps higher than I don't know. I feel like he could jump out of the ring.
In the sky skis.
Learn from The Rock.
What was that?
Check me out.
Stupid.
I don't think I would want him to scratch my back either.
Nah.
He look like he got dirty nails, bro. He might give you infection, bro. Backstage politics. Pretty Deadly is gonna get the titles off of them, man. The snitch.
Is that his new gimmick? Is his new gimmick the snitch?
Yeah.
Apollo no friends.
Is he the snitch or is he the plug? Is he the snitch or the plug though, Shad? Because you can flip it and be the plug.
Oh no, wait, Candace.
Or Anthony, you said that, not Shad. Sorry.
What?
No, is he the snitch or the plug? Is he the guy that knows all the stuff?
Oh.
I know where you're going with this. I'm not touching that.
You never know.
Really, I'm the plug. Really, I'm the plug.
Plug.
Really, I'm the plug. Anyways, I really, I don't think a lot of people give her credit, but Candice LeRae, I like her hair color a lot. It looks nice on her.
Is this the fashion segment?
Yeah, the lavender looks good, man.
I'm kidding. Lavender, I like that.
That woman is dressed like Cody Rhodes.
Why
She
does
looks
Cody
like
like
that woman look like what's his name? Kit Wilson or whatever his name is.
Why does
Prince
Cody
King.
like maroon suits so much
Elton
though?
Prince.
Someone explain that to me.
Ron
Why does
Like an
Burgundy.
SC and Bama guy too.
I think it's a Ron Burgundy inspiration.
They're burgundy.
You stay classy, San
But
Diego.
see, that-
He's got a
that's a-
maroon suit, hasn't he?
That's a darker red. Or a lighter red. Maroon's darker.
Maybe it's lighter. Maybe it's lighter. Yeah.
It's lighter. Different red.
I'm
Okay.
trapped in a glass case of emotion.
I'm in a glass case of emotion. Okay, no, sincerely, it's been a pleasure, guys. I hung as long as I could. I do have to get going. Got some things to do. Enjoy the rest of the show. my
Stay safe,
friends.
brother.
I'm gonna dip. I will talk to y'all soon. Thankfully, we are safe over here, but I do have to get going. Everybody,
All right, man. Take care.
Mad respect. Thank you for having me. Peace.
That is Clark
Peace.
Taylor, guys. That is Clark Taylor.
I just missed the chair of my arm and just fully slipped there. And it's live for everyone to see. There's no getting out of that one.
For the main event. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in this celebration. Miss Nia Jax looking like she wants a bit of revenge. Losing that title.
It's got to be the Rumble, surely.
Yeah, probably. That's a likely location. I would
Yeah,
think.
a lot of people. Nia Jax had a pretty solid reign. She did what she needed to do. But it's Tiffy's time.
I mean, here's the thing: you got to keep in mind if they keep to the only 5 match rule, there's really only 3 other matches, just the 2 Rumbles. So I don't know if they would do the Tiffy Nia there, or they would do it on a Saturday night's main event.
Main event, I can see that being it.
True.
Because the main event's the weekend before. It's the 25th.
Yeah,
very true.
I think that's the move.
They're not always against as well putting a big match like that on the Friday before. Yeah, well, we'll be here, and I'll try and not fall asleep this time.
That one I know I can't do because a buddy of mine, I have a thing that night.
No.
Look at you having friends, man. What are we? Chop liver?
I can't say anything. I will put it in the comments because there's something I can't say on air.
No, we're joking around, bro.
No.
I'm weekend after. So the weekend of the Royal Rumble, I'm away for my birthday, but I don't think it'll make a difference in terms of
February. You will not see me on the podcasting world as much. So, but I will be here for the. I'm here for Saturday night's main event for sure. But to your point, yeah, I could definitely see that being the match. Nia and Tiffany having it on that show. Maybe. They'll probably have what? Maybe the Intercontinental Women's belt gets defended this time around.
Yeah.
What a tag match? Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, you could probably do whoever wins the match between Jakara and Lash versus the Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. Maybe I don't remember what the team is, or Shotzi Blackheart. I think Jakara and Lash versus Bianca and Naomi would be a good opportunity for them to kind of wrestle on a Saturday night's main event. The NXT girls, Lash gets it over.
I feel like we're meant to be getting a Saturday night main event promo right now, but it's.
Hopefully, we don't see Hulk Hogan there, but we probably will.
Yeah.
No, Thor's going to be on it. So he won't see him.
It's Tiffy time. Oh yeah, it's my jam, bro. Stop. I'm done it. This is the time going again. Drop.
She looks like she's gonna wrestle, and so did Nia. That's interesting.
Yeah, she is kind of dressed that she's going to wrestle.
Yeah, she's dressed to wrestle, and Nia definitely was dressed in ring gear as well.
She's got. Kind of, but those are like tights.
Mate, footwear is usually the thing that tells you whether they're ready to wrestle or not.
Yeah,
and she's in full on wrestling boots, isn't she? If anybody else was wearing that, I'd be like, they're not going to wrestle. But I've seen Tiffy wrestle and stuff like that plenty of times.
I like the little bow. Necklace too. Styling, profiling. Go ahead, Tiffany. We see you. We are here now, Jordy. We are freaking here. This is our champion. The streets have been waiting for this to happen, man.
Yeah, honestly, I was predicting that cash in anytime Nia was around. But like literally every PLE since she won it, Ben was like, "Right, what's your prediction?" And I was like, "Tiffy's gonna cash in for about 3 or 4 PLEs," and it didn't happen.
Jackson just ruins everything.
Oh, Brian, what are you doing?
I gotta be honest. Tiffy's got a lot of guts to be there without no protection from Nia, unless somebody else comes in.
It is Tiffy time. Let's freaking go.
Tiffy turn of events.
It was a Tiffy turn of events for sure.
So she's staying as a heel?
25's crazy, you know.
Is she? Maybe, but is she lying? No. Is she lying? No. She's just speaking facts.
Yeah, but does that then make Nia the face? Or are they just going to do 2
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little confusing.
Oh.
Here comes
So it was Tiffy's plan all along. So she knew she wasn't bothered about getting.
Walk with me. She's a genius, bro. Birdman voice.
Who's the youngest women's? Who's the youngest WWE women's champion ever? Because 25's young.
Oh, that's the Divas title is Paige, right?
Yeah, Paige.
Right. I was gonna say because 25 is young.
Yeah, it was Paige.
I don't know how old like Sasha would have been when she won a title.
I think
do a quick check.
Randy has the men's, right? Randy's still
Randy
the youngest for the men. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Tag might have been Rene Dupree because I think he might have been 18 or 19 when he won.
Oh gosh. Does he still wrestle?
That I don't know. I think he has a podcast.
That's not true, Nia. Come on. Bit of respect.
Her mother made her. Jesus Louise. That was mean.
That is actually pretty good. I'll give Nia that.
That's a good line, yeah.
Stephanie McMahon was WWE Women's Champion at 23 years old.
She was, yes. I gotta tell you, Nia had really made a 180 career-wise.
Yeah.
Because this is not the Nia that left the company that, you know.
Yeah, no, credit to her. Tiffy time. But you're right, though. Who's the heel here? And I know it's positionless basketball now. But see, when I talk about... Hang on, I'll let him speak.
I mean, at this point, I think it's Nia is the face.
But everyone just booed that, so surely not.
Very confusing. That sort of got a cheer.
What's Bailey doing here?
Did Bailey ever get her rematch against Nia? I don't think she did.
Sorry, Naya.
That face. That's funny.
Oh my god, I don't want to be mean, bro, but like all three of these women are not on their A game with the mic tonight.
Yeah.
Not Naya stole the better of them at this point.
And that's not a good thing.
She rubbed the 2 IQ points together.
It's true, Bailey. That's true. Oh, the infamous every woman comes out.
Oh, are we going to have a fatal four-way match?
Well,
Well, which one of these two wants the shot?
well, it looks like the one holding the mic.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, Naomi.
Okay, am I the only one that thinks Captain Planet when I saw Naomi's thing with the globe? I'm thinking Kwame.
This is lost on me.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Look up 1990 Captain Planet.
Bianca, you should be getting the title shot.
Oh, the fact.
Yeah, talk to her, Naomi.
Oh, bang their heads together. Classic move.
It's been a while since I've seen that.
Tiffy's out of there. Tiffy's out of there.
Well, then I guess it's going to be a 4-way to determine the contender. Where's Candace?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You should have just ran away. That was pretty clean. That was amazing. That was pretty amazing.
It's Tiffy time.
She can do no wrong. Even when she's not in her A game, she can do no wrong.
She going to get jumped?
Candace, where are you?
Nick Aldis gonna jump her.
Meeting of the mind.
Brilliant.
Let's go!
Whoa!
Let's
I wasn't
go!
expecting that. So that's why Tiffy was in a ring gear, though, to do that little moonsault.
Right now.
Let's go!
Okay.
It would be kind of funny at some point.
I can't be overly biased. All right.
Sean, it would be absolutely hysterical that like if all this ever came out for one of these things and was like, all right, I'm gonna name Mickey James as a contender. Like just go full.
My wife wants that title from y'all.
She wants the belt back. I don't want to sleep on the couch, so she's getting the title.
WWE needs a sense of and I'm not saying they can't cut promos, but they need to put them in more natural talking like situations rather it being so formulaic with this one person comes out and then another person comes out.
But like even though you're doing that, the delivery, Bailey's delivery was not good at all tonight.
Oh no.
Even without the formula, it still wasn't good.
I'm just gonna go and grab a drink quickly, gents.
No, and that's one thing I must say about Bailey is this. You have the admin thing, right? You can put one of us on
I can move you. I can move you. There you go.
Bailey's. I don't know, man. I feel like this character is not like an actual well thought out character of her yet.
It's kind of weird where I've of the horsewomen, I've always liked Becky the most. I never really got the Bailey thing reminded me in a lot of ways of like the Cena of the women's division, where it's like kind of like I just never really got into the inflatable buddies. Like I never really got into it, and like promo wise, I never thought she was great. Like of the ones of that group, I never thought she was phenomenal on the mic, to be perfectly honest. But Charlotte's in the wings. Becky's in the wings. Becky's probably going to be on Raw. I would assume Charlotte's going back to SmackDown. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with any of these.
Yeah, today's episode we predicted the Rumble winners, and I think it's a pretty shoe-in for Tiffany and Charlotte at Mania.
Yeah, I would.
My
think so.
thing is this though, and I think it's a valid concern. Tiffany is someone that is over as heck. The fans love her.
Yeah.
Remarkable athlete, sensational in-ring worker. Moments like this is where you gotta raise the bar.
I feel
you can't talk.
Yeah.
And there was some what chance.
Yes.
The fans are gonna lose interest sooner than later, bro.
I think what hurt that, and you tell me if you agree. The fact that when she turned on Nia, my thought was, and I think I said this to you whether I said it on air or not, was she has to go face from this. You don't keep her as a heel after that.
Yeah.
Like I think if you're getting the what chance, part of those what chance might be like, what are you doing? Why are you a heel? Like it doesn't make any sense.
So, and to that point, you could have delivered that reasoning in a babyface manner. You could have been like, you're the so it doesn't make sense, right? Your entire storyline, you're telling us that you're making us sympathize for you because she's bullying you and making you feel bad. The story should have been, she took me for advantage. She pushed me to this edge.
Yeah.
She underestimated me. I had to prove her wrong. Not, because this is the thing. It's exactly like, I hate doing the compare and contrast of the companies, but Mariah May and Toni Storm.
Yes.
Mariah May was the heel. That was a heel tactic that she did.
Yes.
And that worked for her because she became the heel in the situation.
And Toni Storm became the face.
Babyface, exactly.
That's the whole thing. That's how that works. But when this is a side thing. I am not a fan of the current, I don't know, Amnesia or whatever the hell they're doing right now. To be perfectly honest, I'm not into that story. I thought that was an odd choice. But I don't get it. Like it makes, if you're going to keep Tiffany as the heel
there, by the way.
from this, oh yeah, I know. If you're going to keep Tiffany as the heel, I'm thinking, Shud, now, the only reason they're doing that is because they want Charlotte to come in as the face and take the belt off of her.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why you would keep her as the heel. I mean, it's still an odd choice.
While you were gone, Jordy, we basically say it like this. That promo she cut, she should have delivered it as a sympathized babyface where you underestimated me and I caught you off guard because you pushed me to this point, rather than I got the one up on you. You like that. That's like, because we're comparing it to AEW. That's Mariah May and Toni Storm. Mariah May became the heel because she plotted against Toni Storm and caught her. Yeah. Tiffany's had the briefcase the whole time. If Nia didn't think that she could cash in on her the whole time, she's foolish at that point. So,
and it doesn't necessarily add up because Tiffy did have opportunities where she could have cashed in on Nia before this, but she didn't. I mean, whether you can say I was doing that to build trust or whatever, which is true, but I mean,
you don't need trust though to take the win.
No,
if the opportunity's there, you take it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, I don't think the Nia character, I don't see it being stupid enough to believe that she was never going to cash in. She knew eventually she would.
Yeah.
But she was using her to keep the title as long as, she could. But but yeah, it was an odd choice, but I'm assuming they're doing it just because of the Charlotte factor. It would be my guess. Not the weirdest decision they've made this week. Probably the Rock being a babyface on Monday is probably the weirdest factor they've done this week.
Hogan, I think.
Well, no, Hogan was,
Hogan ain't doing nothing on our screens as a character.
No, but like the Rock was the odd choice for that. I get why he was on the show, because allegedly the Netflix executives are like, "Hey, we want the Rock." So I get that.
I don't believe that. I think the Rock said, "I want to be on it."
I could see the Netflix people saying, "We want the Rock." I could totally see that.
I mean, of course they would, but I don't. They'll have said that from the start, won't they? That will always been the case. I just don't think the Rock needed to go out there and be the corporate Dwayne that we saw.
Yeah. Out of this match, we need some progression of Bianca and Naomi and Bayley to see what the whole situation with Jade is.
I think Nia wins this.
I was trying to remember what Naomi's gear reminds me of, and I don't know why. Does it or does it not remind you of Gold Dust when he was with Luna?
Oh, it does a little bit, yeah.
Sorry.
She's got fun. Naomi's always got some fun patterns and color schemes and whatnot. Ooh, these two women have very good chemistry with each other.
It's in the family.
Nice.
She's married into it.
Yeah.
Bianca, I love the sunflowers in the braid. I miss Bianca Belair in the main event scene so badly.
Yeah, me too.
Listen, I am waiting for the point where we get Bianca and Jordan Grace, because I have a feeling that's coming sooner than later.
That's going to be absolutely insane.
We're going to get
Jordan Grace,
Bianca and Jade.
And, Rhea, like those are like money, like muscle girl matches that are going to...
I think for Mania, like you were talking about earlier, I think Charlotte Tiffy's probably the likely... And I do think we're probably going to get a rematch of Rhea and Becky, to be honest with you.
I was saying this. I think I was saying it on the daily. I wouldn't surprise me if we get Tiffy and Becky Me. We've seen that they can put on bangers, and it wouldn't surprise me if it's almost like a locked-in guarantee with them two. It feels like it's like, right, okay, that's gonna be a very good match. Lock it in.
I would trust Charlotte to lock in a.
So would I, to be fair. Yes, to be fair, yeah.
In all fairness, I think part of this is, Seth's staying on Raw. So Becky's definitely going to Raw. And Andrade's on SmackDown. So that's the only reason why I'm like, listen, I can't see them going unless they're switching the belt on the show.
I'm just not sure whether Rhea and Becky again is the play that I'd go for.
It's a marquee. It's a marquee.
I mean, what do? You got to keep
again,
Becky
though.
Is like, if she's not in the title picture, what do you do with her?
It's kind. I mean, you could do Becky for the the IC title. You could do that, but I could totally see Becky coming for the belt, and she could make the argument, because we all know officially she was sick in that match that she had with Rhea at Mania.
So was Rhea, though. Rhea had a panic attack or something literally before they headed out.
No, but I think Becky had the flu. Did she not?
She had the flu.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe for the sake of them two, maybe they want to redo it, because I know Rhea had a little blip before she went out, because there's Punk calmed her down. There was like a whole thing about it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So maybe they do want it, and if they want that, then fair play, crack on.
It's either that, or I could also see him doing a triple threat and throwing Liv in it as well.
You could, but I'll be honest.
If the thing is though, you have to bring. I think you do have to bring Becky back as a heel if that's the case, because like Rhea really is a babyface now.
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing heel about her. She used to be a heel that people cheered, but
it could
now
be possible, because if Becky gets back into the title picture, fans might.
They might.
A little annoyed by it, like they did when she came back and got the title off of Bianca.
Here's the other thing that they could do. Becky might not be involved in the women's title match. They could in theory, if she comes back as a heel, and we know Seth is probably going the heel route, assuming the Punk thing continues. I know I've said this before. I would not be shocked, even though they said, "Oh, we don't want to do the tag again. We don't want to be a team again." Their daughter's getting, a couple years old now. To see them two wrestle at Mania against Punk and possibly AJ Lee would not be a bad marquee match for them to do.
It would be huge, yeah. If they could get AJ on board. I'm not a massive fan of doing the whole mixed tag thing, but like
for that match, it would work.
Yeah, I think it would work because it's like that would potentially blur the lines quite well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you could do the AJ thing of going, the women's revolution. It wasn't you and the other ones; it was me. Like there's a number of avenues you can go with that. And because Punk has specifically mentioned Becky, how do you not bring Becky into it?
The only thing that I would be a little bit gutted about in that, and AJ would 1,000,000,000% be the face, because some people would be so happy that she'd back. There was no way that they would boo her, but AJ is so good as a heel, and it would be a little bit like I would like to see her and Punk be the heels in that situation.
You know what?
If I had to choose
that
it,
is a good point.
Here's the fun part, though, because when we watched Monday, we were talking about this. We're not sure which one's the heel in this situation because both have a compelling story.
Mm-hmm.
There's no guarantee that one has to be the heel and one has to be the face.
No, you don't.
Story. And I think if you bring Becky into it, or Becky takes shots at Punk on the mic when she comes back, whenever that is, whether it's this Monday or whenever she comes back, if she's in the Rumble, it will be a hell of a move. One of the surprise entry is AJ, and she takes Becky. It's the double roll out of the ring, and the refs got to pull them apart, and you could. I think that might be a smart play to do if you're not doing Seth Punk direct one-on-one.
It's not a bad call at all, to be honest with you, man.
That's my thought. I thought about it. It was like, well, there's only two options, and since Roxanne already dropped the NXT Women's title, I'm like, well, that eliminates a stand and deliver potential dream matchup between the two. Yeah. But Mania seems like a logical choice if AJ was only coming back for one. Not saying she's not going to come back.
Oh my God, how amazing would this be, right? So the match goes ahead for Mania, and it's AJ versus Becky. Ooh. And the way that AJ wins is we get a hooded figure that comes and helps her, and then it's Roxanne. And like, imagine AJ is like the ringleader for a Roxanne and Cora Jade faction with them three in it. I think that would genuinely work really well as well.
Drizzy had a very similar idea about that like last year.
So
he thinks that he said he would have debuted Cora and Roxanne as CM Punk's children, kind of like his own little like new faction in
his new straight edge society.
Yeah.
So then would Becky then bring in Lyra and somebody else to counteract said women's faction?
Maybe that would be a good way to
Bailey face off.
Let's have it.
Now I'm gonna be very honest. I think Bianca and Bailey is a very underrated feud a few years ago, chemistry wise. Like they had a lot of good matches against each other.
You can see it right here. Like they've got chemistry.
I hate
they've got
the
good
Bailey
chemistry.
to belly is a move, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It doesn't feel devastating enough to be a finisher.
Because you know what? Anytime I see a belly to belly, I think Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
Because that's what I always just think of because he's synonymous. And Scott Steiner was the other one that used to do them a lot.
Yeah. I think Bianca and Rhea probably have the two best finishers in the women's divisions because a lot of it, I got to give it a lot of credit. They're both powerhouses and they have an immense amount of strength. But like aesthetically, the KOD and the Riptide look so good as a finisher. And so
I think Jordan Grace is another one that has a great finisher.
Yeah, her finisher is good too. Ooh, close.
No, yeah, I agree. I think in terms of a devastating finisher, I don't think there's probably better than the Riptide and the KOD.
Yeah.
I also think Rhea's submission that she does, I can't think of it off the top of my head what it's called.
She messed her ribs up there.
Yeah, she looked like she really hurt herself there.
I thought her knees. Honestly, the way she went down, I thought it was her knees.
Uh-oh.
Little Miss Pixie.
I was wondering when she was going to come out.
It's a lot of purple-haired women in this match.
Yeah,
this isn't flowing very well. What's happening here?
Yeah.
Take
mine, queen. Brilliant word.
She is technically the queen.
So funny.
By the way, I did think that was a great spot that they had in the ring where they were just pounding on knives. She had this look on her face.
Oh, man.
Let's dance.
Well, one of you two may have put Jade through a windshield.
Where is Jade, by the way? Because she uploaded an Instagram post a couple of weeks, like last week.
It was so sick. That visual looked amazing.
Unbelievable, wasn't it?
I mean, my guess is she's back at the Rumble. Would be
you would. And Bianca and Jade met in the Rumble a year ago, didn't they? And had that face off. So maybe
there was that great face off. Naomi and Jordan was another face off. Like it was just they had a number of different kind of unique face offs.
Jade and Bianca, Jade and Nia as well. I'm sure because Jade like threw her out of the ring, and everyone was like, "What has just happened?"
It's definitely been a good match.
It is kind of funny to me. There's certain moves that people like. Everyone's doing them now. Everyone does a spear. Everyone does a crossface. Everyone does the Canadian Destroyer. Everyone does a super kick. Why is everyone doing the same moves in wrestling these days? It seems like everyone does them.
Not a lot of creativity. I would have loved to see Naomi and Lucha Underground.
But Bianca should have just won that match.
Yeah, she could have easily pinned.
She was lying on top of Naomi and both shoulders were on the ground for a good 5 second stint there.
That's on the ref, man. He's like,
no, that is on the ref, big time. He needs to look at the rule book, bro. You've got to count in them situations. I always like it when they do that.
With everyone down, and you just mentioned Lucha Underground, I want to get your guys' thoughts. Now, Monday, I think we're all kind of expecting Gable's opponent is probably Penta.
Yeah.
I think Penta needs to be a heel. Like, when you're bringing him in that situation, I would assume he's going to, you'd make him a face, but I almost think you would have him, come in, who's going to get the pop anyway, beat Gable, and then maybe like Ray comes out and gradually, and he's got to turn on Ray. I know everyone turns on Ray. That's like a tradition. Everyone needs to turn on Ray because Ray's the ultimate baby face that's never a heel. But
that's the match people want to see, isn't it?
But Penta's too
short. They had a great match in Lucha Underground.
Yes, they were tag champs. The trios, whatever the trios equivalent was there, because they didn't have roller tags. I don't think.
Will they? Could they? Like
Brilliant. That was actually a brilliant spot right there.
Smart. No,
that was a great move.
No, right that is exactly what I wanted. We needed some type of progression and a tie between these two as we get to who did
that. Whoever came up with that spot, that was brilliant.
And that
Bailey's gonna get the win.
Is that a new finisher for her?
And she pinned her bestie.
That finish was great, man. I
love that finish.
It was like whoa. That was crazy. So many things just happened all at once.
That was a perfect spot for Candace.
You give us
Perfect
Bailey, Nia, and Bianca in a match. You knew it was going to deliver. That was a great match. I think that's the right call. I hope this is on Saturday night main event. I think Bailey is a good first opponent for Tiffany to kind of get, a reputable win under her belt as champion. That's a horsewoman. That is a main eventer. I don't think Bailey needs to win at this moment. It kind of follows suit to her being a heel, right? With Tiffany, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if the fans are like enamored for Bailey. It's crazy how big time Bailey was last year going into Mania.
Yeah.
With the whole EO storyline and where we are now. But
it very much, I thought WrestleMania 40, and this may be my biased opinion because I was there. I think a lot of it was the underdogs got their flowers. Cody got to finish the story. Sammy defeated the unstoppable Intercontinental Champion, and Bailey finally got her WrestleMania moment.
Definitely very Rocky-esque.
Yes, that's what I meant. Yeah, because when you look at it, that's kind of what it was.
Okay.
Man, Jimmy's funny.
You know what?
Jimmy is funny.
I know a lot of people are gonna. It's like football in a way. It's like NFL right now. With like Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Like you compare people in a rookie class, so people tend to compare him to like Braun Breaker. But like I think Melo plays his role pretty well on SmackDown. Like it does remind me of like MVP back in the day, like the annoying, overly cocky dude.
I mean, listen, it's the overly cocky rookie, in a lot of ways, but like just as a whole, like I feel like Melo's been on a downward turn since he lost the NXT title. Like I just don't, I don't look at him the same way. Maybe it's me, but I don't look. He came off as a big deal in NXT, and I just don't. I don't see it on the main roster, and I do fear with Trick. He's got to be in the ring with the right opponent. I don't see it with Trick either, to be honest with you.
Trick's issue is that he's just not there in ring wise.
You know what I mean? Like he's got to have the right opponent. Like he's a great entrance. It's exciting to the crowd, but so was the Sandman. But I'm not saying he's as bad as the Sandman was in the ring, but like he was an entrance too. But at a certain point, like it's going to wear off. Like I think Trick's best opponent was Dragunov. And that was probably because of Dragunov, to be honest with you, because just how good he is.
It's hard to not get a good match with.
But,
although him and Oba had good chemistry this past week.
They did. And, I think I would have loved to seen Tony D beat him. I thought Tony D's doing some of the best work of his career right now.
Yeah, they got to get Tony D some good opponents, though, for his reign.
But, I'm very concerned with Trick. In all seriousness, and I know this is a side factor, but there's a commercial break. But I'm very concerned that he's not going to make it because I don't know. Like, is he just a big fish in a small pond right now in NXT? Like, I don't see him surviving on the main roster as is right now.
Yeah, I think I'd probably keep him in NXT for a little longer than, just to kind of let him.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, but how long do you keep him there too? That's
He's
the other
been there for quite a while too.
Because you look at it and you go,
like a super senior.
Because look how long Braun Breaker was there, and people were sort of going, all right, well, like, come on now, like this is like 3 WrestleManias in a row. 2 or 3 WrestleManias in a row, everyone's like, well, he's coming up the Raw after Mania, right?
That's true.
You know, but like you knew Breaker was going to get the call up. It's in his genes. Like you knew he was fine because Breaker, unlike Trick, you saw Breaker was probably ready, even though they felt he wasn't or they didn't have the right spot for him. Obafemi, that's a guy that you can put him on Raw tomorrow.
He's ready made whenever
you know what I mean? Like that's a guy that can go.
Yeah.
To me, when you bring him up, you got to put him on a separate brand than Breaker. You got to keep them far apart because you got to build to that dream match between the two of them. You have to keep them away from one another. They cannot be on the same brand.
I definitely agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because that's your money match. That's your, you tease it like in the Rumble. That's the first time they face one another. And, maybe they don't get their hands on one another because other people jump in. Because they've done that before. So I think that could work. If you're building it or you're teasing it and doing things like that, I think that could work. Personally.
Yeah.
No,
for sure. I definitely agree with that.
I think it just in general as well with NXT, the main roster's so stacked. Like you're gonna have to be like really, really special to make it in right now. And that's not an insult. It's not a slight on anybody in NXT. It's just because of the how stacked the main roster is.
I agree with you, and I think unfortunately, and I know people don't like it, you're gonna have to start cutting. You're going to have to start cutting to make room for these people. In all seriousness, you can't just keep.
I mean, that's the nature of the business, right?
No, I know, but you know what I mean. Like people complain, oh, this person didn't use, that person didn't get used, and they're like, well, then they let them go. Well, how dare you do that? Like Vinci is a perfect example. This is somebody you're not using for whatever reason. You're not using them.
Anything going on in the background? There usually is.
But I'm just saying, like, are you going to keep them? Are you going to let him go? Like, what are you going to do with this guy?
Next week. Okay, right.
Okay. Weren't prepared. You were in your gear.
My money's on a triple threat now.
Oh, yeah.
Nia will cost Bailey. Bailey will cost Nia. Nick will get annoyed and say, right, triple threat at Saturday Night Main Event.
And then I'm assuming that's when Charlotte returns.
Maybe.
Either that or a surprise Rumble.
I think
these graphics are awesome.
Yes. I gotta be honest. I still don't like the SD thing. I can't stand that. I don't know why.
What?
The logo, the S that's like. The
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't like it. Like
so we're just interchanging all these tag matches.
So here's the question: the picture doesn't have the tattoo. So how old are these pictures that they're using?
Solo returns. The return of Solo.
All right, he missed.
Does he still have the bloodline now?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, he was calling shots.
But I think there was something where last time before he fought Roman, he said, "If I lose to Roman, you'll acknowledge him." Right.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Mm.
Oh my God! Say Elm Street could get Nightmare is here. Yo, he was spitting bars right now.
He wasn't he?
Yeah. Man, cook. Let Jacob Fatu cook.
In all seriousness,
let him cook. He is a main eventer.
Shad, in all seriousness, these are the two that have the brightest future out of the Solo bloodline. But
I think no, I disagree. I think Jacob and Solo. I love Tamatonga, but I think Solo does have a bright future ahead of him.
I gotta be honest, I like these two more.
I don't. I think I love Solo. I love you, Solo. No, like I think he's funny. I just think we've not seen him get to do his thing really yet. I've got a lot of hopes for him.
Stuff, bro. Yo,
where's Tongaloa?
Poor Tongaloa. He's
off
now.
botching. He's off botching something somewhere.
The infamous.
Look at his graphics literally on fire, which is hysterical.
That promo he just had moved me, bro.
Yeah, no, that was fire. That was fire.
Difference between my bloodline and your bloodline. Bro, he was talking crazy to him. I'm excited for this IC title match also. My girl Lyra's gonna fly her wings to the Intercontinental title.
Yep.
Caw-caw!
Caw-caw?
Really?
You know, I did that on Off the Air one time, bro. Tatum Paxley retweeted it too when they reunited.
Yeah.
Respect to Lyra. I like Lyra. I think Lyra is a hooper. I think she's such a good worker.
Yeah.
And yeah, caca.
You definitely see a young Becky type character in her that she could,
stylistically, like in the ring wise, they have very similar move sets. She's got a very good. I don't think she has like found herself 100% like in her promos yet, but I don't think she's bad at promos. I think her entrance is dope. I think she's got a dope look to her. Like I love the obviously with her name tied with the bird stuff and all that. Yeah, she's good, man. I think she's perfect for a mid-card champion. As you let her develop. The thing is this, and I said it before. This year is going to be the year where WWE is going to put a lot more emphasis on the women's division, and it may be an anchor at some point in 2025 because I don't think anything is coincidental. You add 2 mid-card titles because you know the influx of what your bread and butter is in the development brand. Well, NXT has a lot of women that are going to be main event type talents. Roxanne, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia, you know what I'm saying? Jada Parker in her own respectful manner. These type of girls can come to the Raw, SmackDown, and I would strap the mid-card belt on them out the gate.
They are very much aware that they have a surplus of women, and they don't necessarily have a surplus of men in the developmental. So you got to focus on what you have a surplus of, and try to go that route. Now, whether or not the audience accepts all that, that's something you got to judge and deal with, because there are people that are, Stone Age that won't accept that. So you gotta figure out what you need to do with stuff like that. Yeah. But they have enough male talent on the main roster to keep it afloat while they're trying to build up other people. Like it, you have an Obafemi, you have, I think Ethan Page. I do like Ethan a lot. I think he's somebody that you could definitely do stuff with, a future Miz type. With him, I think Tony D is a fun character that you can kind of run with. So
Axiom is a tag team.
Fraxium is phenomenal. They were the tag team of the year last year. No question. I want to see them against Motor City. Like before they end up breaking up at some point, because I'm sure they will. That's what I would love to see. But you have certain really the only one in NXT that I worry about is Trick, which we were talking about earlier. I just don't know. I don't know where you go with him. I really don't.
I think he could find his way. Like I said, to me, his trajectory is like Jey Uso, LA Knight, a very over mid-card type of guy. that
Put him
gets you
in
the
a tag.
reaction.
Ignacio said, I actually think this was a really good point. He said put him and Mello together and kind of like a new Harlem Heat, which I think is a phenomenal move because they do need tag teams.
No,
So
I think and David mentioned it too, and I think they can benefit off of each other because one is the worker, and then one is the the over kind of type of guy. So
yeah, I think that could work. In all seriousness.
Yeah, I like it. Trick's parallels to Booker T are gonna be tied to the hip forever just because of Booker T doing the entrance.
I would love to see. I would love to see Wes Lee. I think he had a really good year in 24. So I think you could build him up.
Ooh, you see the graphic?
Yes.
Hello.
You could build him up to the point where maybe he's the guy. Maybe he beats Oba. Because it's a full circle moment for him, and you can kind of when you eventually move Oba up, he would not be a bad move. I love these graphics.
So nice.
For Rumble. That I love. I love the split. I'm sorry. I love the split of the Winged Eagle on the current iteration of the WWE Championship.
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
All right.
He disappeared.
That's fine. I will move in here. Unless you want to be in here.
No, man, you crack on.
No, but yeah. I gotta be honest with you. Even though this is a 3-hour show, it doesn't feel like a 3-hour show.
No, it's been good. It's been good. It's been I would say not better than Raw on Netflix, but as a wrestling fan, it has. It definitely has flowed better. Been better in ring action, been more progression to storylines. I was a bit underwhelmed with Tiffany's.
Yeah.
I wanted a full-on coronation. I wanted confetti. I wanted streamers. I wanted, you know what I mean? I felt I was a little bit underwhelmed by that, but now I see that it was there for the sake of a fatal four-way. I get it. I just hope she gets that kind of moment.
I gotta be honest, and I'd love to get your take on this. I felt like last week's, the first 3-hour SmackDown, dragged. I don't feel that was the case this week. I think they figured out the pacing, at least for this week.
Yeah, no, I agree.
An easier show to follow.
I've got to be honest as well, though. Watching it with you guys, it always makes the show drag less.
Yeah, well, yeah,
because when it does feel like it's dragging, we engage in conversation with each other, and then a match will finish, and we're like, oh shit, right. Anyway, on to the next thing, and it's like, sometimes I feel like when I watch it with you guys, I'm in a bit of a bubble, and then I come out and I see what people's reaction was to it, and I'm like, all right, I did not get that at all. Like Saturday night's main event. Yeah, people were like, too many ads, or it didn't flow right. But us watching it, we did not feel that at all. So maybe if I'd have watched it on my own, I might have felt that. I don't know, but I don't know.
I do have to say something, and Jordy, you would know this as well as I do when Cody was handing out the weight belt there, because I obviously have one behind me. Those things are a lot lighter than you expect. Like I knew like the kids version would be light. I did not realize the adult version was like the only difference was the butt buckle. Like it's more foam than it is. Well, I mean, it's not.
It's a weird. It's like hard foam, isn't it?
I thought it would have some weight to it, because like the one I have is the Raw After Mania special edition one, and I remember when because I couldn't get it that night because obviously there were two. You have 20,000 people there, and you're only selling 40 of them. So you're not going to be able to get one of these things. And I literally watched them get sold because I was in line, and you're never getting to it. So I ended up having to go the eBay route. And I was like, do I really want to spend this kind of money to buy the thing? And I did, but like when I got it, I'm like, this seems really light.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair, man, it's not super heavy, but yeah, no, I was expecting more weight probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Clark was talking about it earlier. I think Clark's right. Jacob looks a lot friggin' bigger. Like
he does.
he just eating cookies the entire Christmas break? What is this? Because he's like back to the weight he was when he was in MLW.
You had a good Christmas, bro. Leave it out. Let him be.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not judging, but still, we all pack on the pounds during the holidays. But
yeah, we do.
But
Shadow, you here? Or have you frozen? No, there you go.
My bad. I had a buffer on my connection, and I had to use the bathroom. We've been doing this for 3 hours now, so almost 2.5 hours.
Let me ask you this, Shad, because Jordy and I were talking about this. This I felt was a better paced SmackDown than last week's 3-hour show. Like this does not feel like a drag.
So I'm gonna give them credit. They gave us a lot of quality in-ring matches tonight.
Yes.
You talk about all the tag team matches that we've seen. Obviously, this is one happening right now. But I thought both tag matches were good representation of seeing what our tag division is.
Yes.
I thought Los Lotharios had a great showing and obviously came out with the win. Motor City Machine Guns and A-Town Down Under. We got a title match with Chelsea and Mia Yim. We had the Fatal 4-Way. Like, there was a lot of good quality in-ring stuff tonight. Yeah. And I will say this, it is a breath of fresh air compared to what we had on Monday, where it was a shorter card and a lot of it was great with the 4 matches we had, but a lot of it was, stuff catering to like the like this show felt like more for us as the regular watchers.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, as a wrestling fan, it's been a more enjoyable show.
I looked at Raw on Netflix, not to dwell on that, obviously, because this is a watch-along for SmackDown. I felt like very much that show was almost an introductory, or like it was more to try to hook the casuals or the fans that have left the business.
It was a spectacle, wasn't it? It was
that's what it was. Like, I feel like it was almost a one-off, because I feel like as the weeks go by, it's going to get more back to the wrestling fans. Like, I feel like that's the direction it'll probably go, I would assume. So, I think it was underwhelming, because I think a lot of people, our expectations were up there for it. But I thought the main event absolutely delivered.
That's what I said on the daily as well. That I feel like that was the bone as wrestling fans that we got thrown, because it was like,
it was snug. These two legit really don't like one another, but you don't have to like somebody to draw money with them. And both Punk and Seth get that. And when you see something like that, it kind of makes you go, AEW could have done this, but people couldn't put their egos aside.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you see something, now Punk is in exactly where he should be. He should have always been there. Like, at the end of the day, this is the mountaintop, and he's in a GOAT category. I don't know anybody else that the fans would have cheered for 7 years, begging for them to return. No one else has come close to that. And serious, think about like when
I would say The Rock.
Think about when Austin walked out. Austin walked out, same situation. They were not cheering for Austin every week. That wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I would say The Rock's in that category. Like, when he went that initial time, and for about 12 years, was it? And like, people still, every Mania, anytime it was like, oh, there's a surprise, everyone would be like, is it The Rock? And it was like, oh man, it's not. But
like, the only other person that I could think of where the crowd was chanting for him almost every week might have been during the love triangle with Edge, Matt Hardy, and Lita, when they fired Matt, because there was the chance. People, every time Edge was out there, people were chanting Matt Hardy. That's the only other one that I think even remotely comes close, but obviously that was not going on for 7 years. Every time you're in Chicago, come on. Like, it never stopped.
Yeah.
The only person that was ever able to shut it down might have been Stephanie. Because remember, they were chanting it at her, and I think she shut it down, and Heyman, I think, did at one point. But as a whole, like they were never able to shut those down.
It's just like a Chicago chant, though, almost. Like it's like it's like transcended to CM Punk in a sense that like you can be at a wrestling show and people start chanting CM Punk. People join in because it's such an easy thing to chant that everyone's just CM Punk. Like, you know what I mean?
Listen, we have to share this comment from our buddy Josh. He PayPal Jacob Fatu for a signed 8x10 at an MLW show, and so he still has his PayPal, and he's thinking about sending him a few bucks if he wins the match tonight.
I love that, Josh.
Josh, if you do it, you need to let us know.
Yeah, please tell us if you do that. In fact, I'll send you $1. I'll send you $1.25, and then we can send him $5 from us combined.
A dub for the dub, a 20 for the dub for the dub. If they do pull out a win, Jimmy Uso's ring gear looks so funny to me.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
I'm trying to think of what it almost looks like.
I know it's a play off of a jersey, but like I think it's the fact that the pants and the jersey,
the pattern as well.
It comes like off of like something you would see in a comedy movie, like there's a house fire or something like that, and he's running out in pajamas. Like that's what it reminds me of.
Looks like something like a street dance troupe would wear.
Yes.
Josh said, Wrestling Republic shipping, we can send him $10. He can get a hot dog poster.
Yeah, man, I'll send you $2.50.
Oh my gosh,
Josh, you've seen stadium prices. I don't think $10 would pay for the hot dog. It's probably a little bit more.
Yeah, true.
Get a tall boy for like $20, man. Which is like
you might be able to get a soft pretzel for $10.
Holy shit!
Oh. Damn.
I'm not even apologizing for swearing. Then it was warranted. Like that. That was
It's almost 11 o'clock. You're fine.
Jacob Fatu is like the closest thing to Umaga that we've gotten.
I never ever want to be caught between his hips and the turnbuckle like that, man.
I gotta be.
That looks horrendous.
I gotta be honest. I think he's more athletic than Umaga was.
Yeah,
and it's kind of it's a weird
Probably,
thing.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, that family line, like you look at somebody like Yokozuna, nobody at that weight should have been able to move the way that man moved. Like that family is just like that's just a whole nother thing. Like if you're looking for an army of individuals, it's not even a joke. You get Samoans, you could probably take out any army in the world.
Yeah,
in hand-to-hand combat.
It's the honest truth, and I've always said it. And to me, like even before he signed there, I always thought Jacob, in ring wise, may be out of this iteration of guys the most talented, and that's even going against the Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah,
like he just does stuff that is so absurd for a guy his size. He's athletically a freak train,
and he's so aggressive as well. Like he's one of them people that it's like feels like it looks like he hits a little bit harder than everyone else. But
what I love about Jacob is visually he is believable.
Yeah,
and that's one of those things that's like when you're trying to sell to an audience. Now we all know it's predetermined and all the other stuff, but I would take a believable looking guy as champion, like a Jacob Fatu, over somebody like, I don't know, maybe like a Darby or an Orange Cassidy or even a Zack Sabre. Like I know people love Zack Sabre, but like from a believability standpoint, if you put him in the ring with a Jacob Fatu, I know which one I'm going to believe that would beat the other. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. There's something genuinely scary.
Yes.
Like there's genuine fear. They're like, no, thank you.
No, it's somebody that like if he looks at you the wrong way, you're like,
and it's we've seen it before the cut scene with him talking to promo. The guy can talk. Which is a rarity. Yeah. He's got like he's really about that life. He really like a real like. He's a real street dude. He has openly talked about his time.
Yes,
being incarcerated
Yeah.
for as long as he has, and I'm so glad he's out and fulfilling his dreams and working in the WWE. Because people in life deserve second chances, and I'm glad he's been able to get that opportunity. But like he like you said, man, he lets you feel that real when he talks, and you add that to the element of being a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal in-ring worker. Like he is a damn near, I don't say it very often, a perfect type of prospect as a pro wrestler.
When you look at it, there's so many guys that have, they always talk about the 5-tool player and all other stuff. There's a lot of people that have 4 of the 5 tools. I see no weakness whatsoever in Jacob. Like if you looked at somebody like when they brought him in, Brock Lesnar, the freak that he was, perfect in every category, except he couldn't talk. Jacob could talk.
He could talk.
You know what I mean? So like there's very few people that have all of those skills.
Hell, even Umaga, they didn't let him talk. He was
he had a
making sound effects when they had the mouthpiece for him, with Armando.
Yeah, like Alejandro Estrada. Like, I mean, that's what you had. But and that's another lost art in wrestling as a whole. The manager.
Oh yeah,
that's got to be it, surely. Oh no, Big Dog's here.
Not when you got the Samoan
the werewolf.
Bro. And this is the match that is going to feed families. When Cody and Jacob have that one-on-one match.
Oh yeah.
The world will explode. When him and Roman have the one-on-one match, the world will explode.
Yes.
Listen, you do Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns in a tribal combat Hell in a Cell. That's a match of the year. Just straight up. That's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, look who it is. Yeah, let him know, Cody.
Look who's back.
Well, he's just left Big Jim. He's just left him.
Ooh.
Nice.
I like the Kevin Owens and Cody stuff a lot, man.
Yeah, me too. I really do.
Kevin Owens is another guy that is so damn underappreciated, bro.
Wind him up and let him go.
Like, he is so talented. He's another
guy.
Hey,
look.
Just like Fatu, man. He can do it all, bro. And he's
I
now, I know, but like, so
I'm upset.
Okay.
Why?
Because only Texas could possibly gag it as bad as they did against Ohio State just now.
Okay.
It's just like what Cody Rhodes looks like. Every time he's out there, it's just it's shambles. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh man.
Some organization.
Let's go. Oh my God.
Oh.
Nighty night.
I love you, Solo.
He does.
Cody just left him. He just left Big Jim.
Of course he did.
Technically, he's not a member of the
Why would he stay? Do you think Cody cares about anybody but himself? I mean, I've been saying this for years. You think Cody cares about you?
Here we go. Hey up.
Oh no, we get in backstage fights.
You think Cody cares about you caring about him finishing his story?
Kind of backstage.
Let's see what we get.
Crash out KO.
Kevin Owens. Cody's dealing with his own problems right now.
Look at you now.
As usual.
Oh, this is the Kevin Owens like sweet spot area too.
Is there a bigger narcissist in the world than Cody Rhodes? He only cares about himself.
Kevin is
and wants you to care about it.
Hey, wait a minute. That's somebody's chicken tendies.
Yeah.
Hey, well, leave chicken tendies out of this.
Well, guess who doesn't care?
They're chicken tendies, or are they?
They're not Cody's. He doesn't care.
I don't know. They might be chicken tendies.
Mickey Mouse is a pretty big narcissist. While we're at it, yo.
Oh.
Yep.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're here for on a Friday night, Saturday morning.
Just knock those tenders off the table. No problem. Cody doesn't care. No, and just look at him, just like faking it it hurt.
Why do we never jump into electricals anymore and have the sparks? I miss a bit of that.
It's not a pay-per-view.
Bit of pyro.
Look at this guy just taking away food and drinks from others. That's Cody Rhodes for you.
The food's still on the plate.
Now it fell off. We know it.
No,
Cody,
it didn't. You
Cody
saw it
will
on the
knock it
photo.
off. Don't worry. When he stands
No,
up, he'll
say
kick
it's
it
still
off.
on the plate.
These tables look different. These tables look different than they used to.
You think they got new tables?
I think they got new tables. Yeah, look at the way they shatter. They've got like wood chippings that come off rather than
I don't know who Lee Fitting is.
And they look shinier.
But he has the greatest credits name under Paul Levesque every time they end this show. It's not close. Lee Fitting? Like, that is the dopest name of all. Lee Fitting, I want to say this as Clark Taylor just returned to the show. And I apologize. I know you guys have been killing it in the last hour. But Lee Fitting, if you're listening to me right now, you have an open invitation. Anytime you want to join.
I don't know about that, bro. He got some.
You may want to.
He got bad rep on him, bro. Don't invite him.
Fitting's no good.
No,
what's his deal?
It wouldn't be very fitting.
Reason why he left ESPN.
I know. It's just an interesting name. No, I knew the ESPN thing, but again, just want to talk to him. Guy's getting it in the credits. I'm not saying that. I know he's canceled. Get him on the show. We got to talk to Lee Fitting. See what's fitting. We got to see what the scoop is.
Hey, Josh Markowitz, you better send $20 to
WWE's not scared to put his name on the screen.
Is going to pay Jacob Fatu money to get a glizzy.
Boom. I'm just saying, if Netflix isn't afraid of putting Lee Fitting on their screen, I'm not afraid of having on the show.
Fair enough.
To make him answer the hard questions.
I would like to opt out of said show because I mean,
also next time
WWE were happy to put Hulk Hogan on their shows, and I don't want him on here either.
They are. I couldn't agree more.
So SmackDown is done, guys. Before obviously we wrap this up, because I know Jordy probably wants to sleep because it's like 12 o'clock noon over there.
4 a.m.
Overall, what are y'all thoughts on the episode? We can go around the table except for Clark because he missed a good portion of it watching football game.
I thought the Texas defense was really dominant in the third quarter.
I'll start off though. I will say I like the episode a lot. I think the tag team division got a lot of good limelight shown on them, but that fatal 4-way moved me. I liked the spot with Bianca in the braid hitting Naomi by accident. Yep. I want to see some progress to who done hurt Jade. We miss you, Jade. Hopefully you're doing okay. And yeah, Bailey versus Tiffany is a good match for next week. So all in all, a good episode. And Jacob Fatu is the MVP for tonight. Go ahead, Jordy. You next.
I agree with in terms of the MVP, brother. Jacob Fatu kind of stole the show towards the end there. I thought it was a good show, and it kind of going back over what I said to you, Anthony, and regarding, I know we don't want to keep talking about Raw on Netflix, but this felt like more of a show for us wrestling fans. In-ring action was there, storyline progression was there. My only thing that I just felt I was a little underwhelmed by, and it's only because of how much we love her and I wanted more for her, was I wanted a bigger celebration for Tiffy. I wanted the full 9 yards, balloons, streamers, confetti. Yeah, I wanted the lot, and it just felt like as soon as she came out in ring gear, I was like, I was expecting like a full cocktail dress. Like, yeah, but it was obviously there to set up that fatal 4-way, which was a great match. So I mean, it's 6 and 2 threes, but yeah, like a solid show. Yes, corsage goes on your wrist.
On the wrist, she needed corsage.
That's me. That's all I've got to say.
All right. So for me, I thought the show flowed a lot better than last week's first 3-hour one. It did not feel like it dragged. The Tiffany thing, I thought it was an interesting choice to keep her as a heel, especially since you cashed in on Nia. I'm assuming that's because they're setting up Charlotte, who will come in as a face. That's my guess. I loved the tag match with DIY. I thought that was great. And I thought the Jacob Fatu stuff was, he's a beast. That's a guy that you could print money. The sky's the limit. If that guy does not have a world title by the end of 25, I don't know what we're doing, because that guy is pure money, more so than probably anybody else in the bloodline, in all seriousness, in my opinion. Any thoughts, Clark?
I thought the Texas offense, when they got down by the goal line here in the fourth quarter, with 3 plays, is some of the worst play calling I've ever seen from Sarkisian. Obviously, then you have the fumble and the return for the touchdown. I think it's ridiculous. The first hour of SmackDown I thought was nothing short of delightful. And then the last 5 minutes that I caught, I did see the Fatu stuff. And based on what y'all have said, thought he looked pretty good. It's a great SmackDown. I think it's interesting because we've put a lot of pressure on televised shows, and we haven't done that in a while as like a wrestling fan base because of the new to Netflix, the 3 hours on Friday, not normal. We're over on USA. Things are changing, right? Industry shifting type stuff. And we put a lot of pressure on televised shows. Let's do remember that they are televised shows. I think they've done a great job with both. All things considered, at the end of the day, yes, I can sit back and nitpick, and I did so on Raw, and I can probably do so on SmackDown, although admittedly I only caught about a third of it. So, like, the net of it for me is we put a lot of pressure on these couples. Let's see what they do out of this. What they do out of this in the near future for Raw and SmackDown, and how it's affected by the transfer window thing was real interesting about a month ago. And that's something we haven't really talked about. We haven't seen a lot of NXT call-ups, but I do think that that's a part of the transfer window.
Yes.
We might see some debuts in the next few weeks on the way to Mania season. I think that'd be cool. I especially think we'll see them post Mania season.
Yeah, like I always do. The Raw Mania.
But I am interested to see where they now go from here, because again, we're all looking still for Penta. We know that Penta is going to debut. We can say that here. That's fine. It's not a dirt sheet thing. That's out there.
No, I mean, it was
literally in the graphic.
Put his name on that little graphic.
We know it's happening. That's coming. We've got all kinds of things coming up. I find it interesting how much pressure was placed on these last few shows. And I'm wondering if coming out of this, they can capitalize on that in a way that actually provides better professional wrestling television.
I do think one of the things, and this is just a follow-up with you before we wrap up here, just in general, I think wrestling fans fail to realize it is not that easy to book 3-hour shows to satisfy people that have attention spans that last this long. Right. You could sit back and go, I would book this, I would book that, I would book this. What are you going to book next week? What are you going to book after that? It's not that easy.
No, it isn't.
So it's very easy to sit back going, oh, they did all this wrong. Okay, what would you do?
And I don't even necessarily even just mean it from that perspective. I just mean the pressure, especially given it's a bigger deal with the Netflix, with the that. Bigger and it's spotlight. Funny because what I'm proud of WWE for on this, and proud of sounds so stupid, but like what I think they did a really good job with is what they did a really good job with is it's easy to distract from the on-screen storylines, and they didn't deviate too far just to kiss butt, for lack of a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Network wise, streaming wise, all of that. They did a good job of still delivering the on-screen product, especially tonight. And like I said, I didn't see the entire show, but from what I saw tonight, they did a great job.
From the sampling that you watched.
Definitely great show. I must say, it's exciting. Good week for the WWE. Netflix on Raw, New Year's Evil, NXT, SmackDown tonight. They definitely applied pressure for pro wrestling, and I'm excited to see what comes in the build to WrestleMania. Obviously, Royal Rumble and Saturday Night Main Event coming up, and it's gonna be lit, man. And I'm excited for us to keep doing these things, man. Jordy, hopefully you will have a mustache for the next watch along.
Where did that go? Did you pull it off, or did you?
Just
I am the
off,
only
bro.
person with like a full grown beard on the pod today.
I
she
shaved
No,
today
it was
too.
it
That's
was
the
just
craziest part.
annoying me. It was just annoying me. I just wanted to get rid of it, and then I will grow it back. Give me a few weeks, and it'll be back.
You could at least got a
I was
Sharpie
gonna say
and
though,
drew one
Jordy, you
on
had a
yourself.
hell of a lip rug just to get rid of it like that.
I know, yeah. Just bang. You know, sometimes you feel impulsive, and I was like, you know what, it's got to go. Start of a new year, and then I won't shave it for the whole year. Maybe I'll
Check
leave
out
it.
Jordy next week on Impulsive.
Yeah, man. Well, I think that wraps up the watch along. Thanks to everyone who was in the comments tonight. We'll be back for what, Raw on Monday. I don't know when we're back.
Maybe, yeah. We need to get our heads together and discuss a schedule for
How about y'all
the
want us back?
watch-alongs.
Tell us when.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
No, we'll be back for like these big time shows for sure. Definitely Saturday Night Main Event. We will be here for that one. And yeah, man, y'all keep rocking with us. You'll see Clark tomorrow on Daily. Hopefully, he'll watch the rest of SmackDown so he can give you his actual real thoughts on the entire show.
I T-vote it.
Yeah,
Nice.
Clark, see, this is the thing. Clark,
That's a phrase
Clark
you don't hear in
didn't want to
2025.
give you the whole spiel because he wants y'all to know how he feels about
Guys,
it.
my whole
Daily
county is on fire. I did my best.
Yeah, man, it's okay. There's no
As long as the
Smokey the Bear
T-Vote
not
doesn't
doing
burn
his
out,
job.
The
we'll watch
whole
it.
county is burning.
Ooh. Yeah, but no, watch the Daily tomorrow, Clark. I don't even know who else is on the show. I think Megan probably is on the show.
It's me, Megan, and David.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, David Sheldon.
Everybody
the
join.
guy-
Give me the run-ins. Just join. I'll send you all the link.
David Sheldon, the one who reviews shows for a living.
We'll get them all. Everybody join.
The one who refused.
Yeah, we'll get
shows for a
everybody.
living.
I'll send the link
D-Shell.
to everybody. Just join.
Yeah, man.
It'll be fun. See what
All right,
happens.
y'all.
We'll get like 9 of us on there.
Aren't you doing something on Etsy as well, Clark, tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
some-
first thing in the morning. Oh yeah, check that
Oh,
out.
yeah.
That's really important.
Matter of fact, who's
Etsy,
I'm not
that's
in
9
the,
a.m. Go download the app. It's me. It's like Big Ant, Wrestle Takes. I'm obviously the coolest one of the crew, but there's other people.
Yeah,
And then,
we're gonna make sure Murph gets on it so
They're
he
all
can,
great guys. Trust me.
show you
But
he
like
can show his face like a real man.
yeah,
Like, he won't
just
do that.
just download the app, and then you're gonna want to click live right at 9. Here's the best part: you can jump in and argue with me. But here's what I'm telling you: if that's what you want to do, pack a freaking lunch, my friends. It's gonna be a long day. So show up, download the Etsy app. You want to argue with Clark? Bring the heat. We'll talk tomorrow. That's 9 a.m. Pacific. That's noon Eastern, 5 in the UK, and of course, 6 a.m. for my friends in Hawaii.
I'm about to download it.
None of my friends in Hawaii are arguing.
Hold on,
But
we
the
gonna
rest of
show
y'all,
you how.
you want some? Come get some.
I'm gonna show y'all how easy it is to get the Etsy app, guys. Before we get
So
on
easy.
here.
Show it.
I'll race. I'm gonna race you.
Download it.
All right,
You're
y'all.
allowed to jump in and
So-
argue with me.
But before you get
It's
to, before you get to
ITSY.
argue,
So this is it. If you have an iPhone like a civilized human being, it is in the App Store right here. You see
Boom.
both of us got it.
Yeah.
That is Etsy. You click get. He's already beating me to the thing because I wanted to show y'all. Do I even know my Apple password? Yes, I do. I have it saved already.
That's
So that's
tough.
fine.
The Apple password is tough to remember. Mine's so long, it's got like question marks and shit.
Yeah, I don't ever check my actual
Etsy,
Apple.
right? So then you make your Etsy tag. So mine will be Jordy in the bank.
Yeah, we'll know Jordy very shortly here. He's invited to the show.
Profile
Seriously,
name.
sincerely, jump in though. You want to?
I'm actually just gonna sign in with my Google.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did that as well. I did that.
you
Yeah.
can do that if you don't remember your Apple password.
and go follow me too. You got profiles and stuff. This is a really
Yeah,
sick
my
app.
Etsy tag is going to be not Jacob Fatu. Nah, I'm just
But
kidding.
yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. Shot
You're
talk
looking-
scrap.
If you
my
wanna, if you
birthday.
wanna, if you
Y'all gonna
wanna
make me
talk
feel
though,
old.
I'll be there. I'm ready. It's me and Big Ant too, and then
Not me.
not other Ant.
Bio. I
Um,
like
Ant University, different
long
guy.
walk
Both equally
on
good
the
guys.
beach.
Uh,
You know what I'm
Both
saying?
good
Bio
guys.
right
Both great
here.
guys.
I like long.
the,
Y'all see that bio? I
Yeah.
like long walks on the beach.
yes,
I
I'll
don't
follow you
have a
back.
referral code.
I'll follow you back. There's no codes. It's free to download.
Yeah, and we here. And we are here. We have the profile. What's your username?
I'm at Real Clark Taylor. Or Clark Taylor, maybe just. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just at Clark Taylor. I have one
I
follower.
can create a room right now if I wanted to, but I'm not going to.
I've got one follower at Stakes. He's a stud. Great guy.
How do I find you?
Yeah, how do I find you? I've got the event though. I think the
You got the
better than you wrestling crew week in review. Is it that?
Yep, that's us.
Oh yeah,
That's the one. But if you do want to come on and argue, feel free. Create a profile. You can join.
I'm babysitting my niece tomorrow, but I argue with you all. We argue all the time, Clark. I'll let other people have a go.
No, you should join, but I want the fans.
Have
this opportunity to join the stream, and we'll welcome you in. We'll give you your time. I'll even do you the favor. I'll shut my mouth as long as you have the talk. But just know what is coming after that. You're not gonna like it.
Eat.
I'm not gonna like it.
I think that's
not gonna like it.
I think that's a good one. Yeah, we in here, bro. We are ready for it tomorrow. But yeah, man. Jordy, go get some sleep, young man. You got a rough day tomorrow.
Big ups to Jordy for hosting on Little Sleep too.
I mean, big ups. You guys started it, so big up you guys for starting the stream while I was catching Z's. But yeah, it was great. It was good. It was a good fun. And like I said, genuinely, I think watching it with you guys, it puts us in a little bubble. I find the shows more enjoyable if we hit points where if I was watching it on my own, I'd be like, this is dragging a bit. I don't experience that when I'm watching it online with the guys in the comments and stuff like that. So if it ever is a bit of a slow show, jumping on here and watching it with these guys is always a good way to do it. So I encourage that.
Makes it so much fun.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I can't end the stream.
Uso. Deuces. I can't close it because I don't have my admin.
Like and subscribe. Do you guys want me to do it?